What's up, everyone? This is Goldilocks, former TNA backstage interviewer, manager, and you're listening to TNA Cross the Line podcast. Thanks for being here.
TNA Wrestling, Cross the Line.
And we're back with episode 31 of the TNA Cross the Line podcast. I am Bob Colling Jr. With me, as always, is the salad-eating Dallas Gridley. Dallas, this week, have you watched Nikita Koloff matches? And before you say no, I want you to be very careful with your answer here, because I'm in a fucking mood today. All right? So have you watched any Nikita Koloff matches or not?
I did not this past week.
Oh,
However,
fuck.
since you brought up Nikita already, did you see Nikita Koloff replied to us on Twitter?
Yes, I did.
Because that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. I also noticed that in his Twitter bio, he doesn't have it mentioned that he's a former pro wrestler.
You know, that is such a great point.
It says, father, husband, strong leader, whatever, but nothing about, hey, I was a huge star in the 80s for NWA.
Well, let me read it to you. It says, son, daddy, granddaddy, lover of Jesus, minister of the gospel, coach, teacher, student, always something to learn, entrepreneur, world traveler, and life quester. And
maybe, you know what? Maybe world traveler is a new phrase for pro wrestler.
Oh, I could see that. That's actually a good point. Now, I wouldn't have even known this was actually the real Nikita Koloff. Obviously, I know what he looks like now, but he has 12,000 followers, so I was like, well, this has got to be the one.
Right.
But yeah, he replied to one of the shots of him staring at Dusty when I think he was standing at the announce table, saying how that's a very intense look, and then using emojis as most older legends feel like you seem to do. Like, have you ever seen like Sergeant Slaughter's tweets?
You want to know who's the most cringiest person to use emojis?
Who?
And use the wrong ones? Is fucking Lex Luger.
Really?
Yeah, he loves doing the wink face. And it's just no, man, you're the total package. Lex Luger, what are you doing? I can't see you doing the wink face emoji. What the hell?
That's awesome. Well, since we're on Twitter, I was going to bring it up during our normal thing too, but another cool interaction that I saw was we were posting about the April Hunter Desire match.
Yeah.
And she replied, because it was when Desire was giving her the Hurricane Rana off the top, and she wrote, "Oh, the botched Rana. I do remember that. I think she was fairly new in the ring at that point, and I wasn't a vet enough to lead yet, but we did our best. Thanks for keeping these intro women's matches alive. I appreciate it." Then she said there was another hidden one with Eric Watts. And so I replied, and then one of our followers also replied, Alan, and I don't want to botch his last name, but he has replied a lot to us. And he said the Eric Watts Authority figure run. And I mentioned about looking forward to seeing the Eric Watts thing, but then she replied again that she said, I believe that was the era. It was Watts versus Wagner Brown with me managing. I'm not sure that match ever saw the light of day. So chances are it's probably a dark match or explosion or something like that. Yeah, right. But I thought that was pretty cool, I thought. So between that and Nikita, and then Goldilocks making fun of what she was wearing in one of the segments, which was pretty funny.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was a pretty good week over on Twitter. But what was not a good week, Bob, was the last show.
No.
Last week's episode was super disappointing, and to the point where I feel like we were starting to fall asleep during it. Or at least for most parts. I mean, Raven stuff always gets me excited, and the promos were pretty decent. But besides that, the match quality last week was not great.
Yeah, so the card was very weak on paper when you go back and look at it. So we had the Rock and Roll Express, I guess, make their debut. Yeah, it would be their debut in TNA.
Yeah.
Where they turned on tradition and joined Sports Entertainment Extreme. And in typical TNA fashion, we didn't have to wait a week to see them in the ring or anything. We saw them in the ring probably about 40 minutes later, where they actually defeated America's Most Wanted in the main event. Now, personally, I had a few problems with the Rock and Roll Express joining Sports Entertainment Extreme. Number one, Ricky Morton's the only person out of the two that really fits that group because he is kind of a playboy. He has about 9 children with 7 different women. That might even be the case in 2003. I don't know. But he kind of has that vibe where it kind of works. Meanwhile, Robert Gibson, you can't have a staring contest with that guy, or
I knew you were going to say that,
or have any kind of eye contact with him because his one eye just whoop. And this is coming from a guy that has 2 lazy eyes. I've had 2 surgeries regarding it.
I don't know if I knew that, Bob.
Yeah, when I get super tired, my left one just goes. Whoosh. Sarah points it out all the time. She'll be like, "Oh, you're tired, aren't you?" And I'll be like, "Why?" And she'll be like, "Your eye."
Oh my
Fuck
God.
you. Yeah, she's a bully. She's a piece of shit. Anyway, so that was kind of weird. But then probably another infuriating thing, okay, as much as I love David Flair, okay, he's probably the NWA-TNA's fastest rising star, gonna make a lot of money. He actually pinned Jerry Lynn, which is just baffling. Jerry Lynn being, of course, a favorite here of the podcast.
Yeah, that was not a good move.
No. And then even worse, well, I should note Mike Sanders fucking beat Ron Killings. I mean, and I had said that Sports Entertainment Extreme needs to be winning matches, but when it's David Flair and Mike Sanders, I could maybe make an exception. But out of probably anything on the show that was the most frustrating was the 10-minute time limit managerial services match, where if Zbyszko, I guess, either beat AJ or lasted 10 minutes, he would become the manager of AJ Styles. After 2 weeks ago, when AJ beat him twice in a best 2 out of 3 falls match. So I didn't understand any of this. But now Larry Zbyszko is apparently AJ Styles' manager.
Yeah, so even though, the matches kind of sucked, a lot still went on last week, and we'll touch into that once we kind of get in here to these the Observer newsletter, because Dave points out pretty much all of it. But I mean, let's not forget Tony Schiavone made his debut last week as well, which was a big surprise. And I already mentioned the Raven stuff. He had that pretty, I want to say, like, I guess vulgar is the word, promo in the beginning about peeing down throats and doing all sorts of weird shit. Yeah. And and then Styles throwing heroin jokes at him, and
like twice.
And even Tony's stuff that he was saying to TNA. So I mean, there was a lot of Wasn't
there a Raven Jarrett brawl to start off the show too?
Yeah. So he got hit in the back with the garbage can.
Right.
I think it is said that there was 3 Raven Jarrett angles throughout the show. So
that seems about right.
Because then they did it again at the end, almost the exact same thing.
Yeah, and then Conan showed up again, and he was like, "I want to fucking talk to you today," and then Tanae's like, "Okay, I'll talk to you next week."
Yeah, so
kendo stick again or something.
A lot of shit went down.
There's always a lot of shit going on in these shows.
I just wish the matches were better, because I feel like we're almost starting to get to a point, and really with Sports Entertainment Extreme, I feel like we're kind of pushing okay, we have a long-running story here. Something's happening. And even Raven with the belt, this is kind of, I think this is getting into something. It's creating a lot of interest. I'm dying to see Raven in the ring with Jarrett and Styles, for that matter, right now. So,
didn't they kind of loosely promote Raven Jarrett this week?
I think they sort of mentioned it. I'm not sure if it actually happens though. So,
yeah, but I'm pretty sure they had said, next week it could be Raven Jarrett, maybe trying to tease you to.
I think they were hinting at it, yeah. Which if that's not a bait and switch, I don't know what is.
I mean, that's definitely what they're doing, and that's probably what they need to do with their current business model to get people to purchase what they.
You got to be careful with that though, because if you keep doing that, people are going to be like, okay, they're going to just say they're going to do it and not do it again. So you got to be careful with that as well.
Yeah, I would say that's a very fair thing. Now I'm looking up real quick to make sure that what I'm about to say is in fact, yes, it is accurate. Okay, so Glen Gilberti also returned. We had seen the previously known as Disco Inferno in 2002. He had the talk show Jive Talking. I think there was like 2 or 3.
Something like that.
Not very memorable. There's one with Goldilocks and then Dean Baldwin and I think the Dubs.
Yep, I think that's all of them.
Yeah. He returned, and he's obviously associated now with Sports Entertainment Extreme. He showed up and attacked Estrada. He is the director of talent development.
Yep.
So
that's right.
That was a thing. How do we feel about Gilberti being in here? I'm glad they're going with his real name.
Well, so I was going to say, I almost don't mind it because of that. Like, maybe we'll get something a little bit different. You know what I mean? Now, am I a huge Disco Inferno fan in general? Not really. I think he's, like, funny and stuff. Like, so I feel like this might almost end up being a more serious role for him. And I'm kind of curious to see where it's going to go, but not enough to really care too much. Yeah. Because that's the thing, is that we've mentioned this many times, and we're going to keep saying it. With Sports Entertainment Extreme, they don't have strong people in it. And I say strong, I should say, like, character-wise. You got the Harris brothers. BG James, who his run in TNA so far is not great. Very lame. You got Mike Sanders, who he's a good talker, but he's very, very bland besides that. David Flair, who... How can you would never know who his dad was if you saw him wrestle in the ring, and
No.
you know, and then you got Triple X, which are obviously the stars of the team, which is I think why they're with the team, because they need it. And I say stars as far as like, I guess I should say in their case, in the sense of having good matches.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you have Raven's obviously the top tier.
Well, is Raven officially in Sports Entertainment Extreme, though?
I feel as if he's kind of pretty much in there, isn't he? He's with Russo, right?
Well, so the thing is that he seems like he is, but we've only seen him with Russo like twice now. When he left the first time, and then when he put Jarrett through the table, and Russo kind of like brought him out, like took him with him.
Yeah, so I'm taking that as he's with S.E.X. Now, AJ Styles is somebody that I don't know if he's with
Okay,
S.E.X.
I think, we can say Raven's in S.E.X. for now. I think that's it's probably pretty fair. AJ is definitely the loose association.
Well, he's even said, like, I'm not with S.E.X.
Yeah, but
there's that question still.
We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and now we got apparently the Rock and Roll Express, if they're here to hang out.
Yeah.
And I actually don't know if they do, so I'm curious to see about that. Now we know that Tony Schiavone does not, and I got some news about that as well in my notes. But he was going to end up being the essentially with them, which I think would have been very interesting. But so he's gone. It's a good one-off.
A good one-time appearance. I know that he said on his podcast that Russo really wanted him to stick around and try to even convince him to do it, but as we know, Schiavone at the time was just like, yeah, no, I'm done.
Yep. Well, he's not the only one who tried to convince him, so stay tuned.
Oh, I wonder what else it could have been. I don't know. But all right, well, I guess we can just get into the observer notes now. Then, Dallas.
Yeah. Let's get into it. Well, since we just talked so much about last week, I'll try to jump around a little bit on some of these notes. So I won't even make you guess this week, Bob. The readers did agree with us. 30 people, or 42.9%, said thumbs down. Now, it's not too far off, though, because 21 gave it a thumbs up, so 30%. So it's not a huge gap, really. And 19 were in the middle with 27.1%. So, needless to say, a general thumbs down show. But I think those people who did enjoy it probably enjoyed it for the positives of the show. And the people who said down is because the show was boring.
Well, wouldn't that mean that the show was really more of a thumbs up? Because in the middle, it's more like in the middle and thumbs up, isn't it?
Well, I would say if you're saying a show's in the middle, then yeah, to me when we do that, it's like, oh, that was average. Like, it
It's
wasn't
average,
bad,
yeah.
it wasn't good. And when it's not bad or good, it almost leans toward good.
Right. Average to me is passing.
Like, if a show's bad, I'm going to tell you it's bad. But if it's in the middle, there's something I like about it.
Yeah.
Or at least enough to like. I shouldn't say that, because last week there was stuff I liked, but it was still not good.
Right.
Now, I am going to make you guess, however. What did you think they voted was the best match from last week? Because I don't want to give too much away, but I was pretty surprised about this.
Okay. So let me go back. I had just clicked out of the thing. All right. Best match. I'll say that they went with American Most Wanted against Rock and Roll Express, but you're probably going to say it was Zbyszko and Styles.
Yeah. Zbyszko and Styles, dude.
God damn it.
And that was with 27 votes.
That's ridiculous. That was, I don't know. I don't know. That was not a good match.
It wasn't a good match, but honestly, when you look at the card, maybe it was the best one. In second place was Amazing Red and Jorge Estrada with 11 votes. No, Dave does say here, for the worst match, it was all over the place. So I won't make you guess this one. I'm just gonna give it to you. It was Ron Killings and Mike Sanders with 17. Then in second place was Jerry Lynn and David Flair with 14. And then finally, Sonny Siaki and Desire versus Kid Cash and Trinity with 8. So pretty much the rest of the card.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, that being said, about the show last week, he does mention, of course, as we know, it was mainly a talking show with no good matches at the live show. But it is noted here that the best thing on the show, from all live reports, was a dark match between Tenacious Z going over Truth Martini. So apparently that was the best thing the crowd saw. Now, they said they were into that more than anything that we saw on pay-per-view. Z, of course, now we know, as Bob told us last week, is Zach Gowen. He's the one-legged wrestler from Michigan and did such moves as a one-legged Doug Furnace-style leg drop and a one-legged lariat and a one-legged acai moonsault, and expect to see him on pay-per-view soon.
I want to point out, too, that he was trained by Truth Martini.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense why they were going against each other at that show then, I would say. That's cool.
As well as he was trained by Tommy Johnson, but I don't know who that is, but yeah, Truth Martini. Now, they would go on and wrestle a bit together, I think, for like AAW and some other lower indie teams there.
Interesting.
Indie groups, I should say.
Yeah. So we know they did the 3 angles involving Raven, Jarrett, and Styles. We already mentioned this. They say that, as we mentioned, Raven and Styles confronted each other for the title shot. Remember, he laid down the belt. They were saying people were really into this, and they weren't into a lot on the show. Styles made the reference to Raven having a syringe and implied that he was a heroin addict. Now, this line was a scripted line for him, and he says hardly something that he came up with on his own. So I just wanted to point that out, that Styles didn't just say that off the cuff. That was a scripted line for him.
Are we surprised by that?
No, not necessarily, but I feel like a lot of these promos, especially mainly Russo ones, seem as if they are unscripted, or they're noted that they are unscripted. So I thought it was just something to point out, nonetheless.
I don't get a vibe from AJ Styles that he would bring up someone's previous drug addiction in a promo.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I mean,
especially in 2003, like, fresh into like a new company. Like, I don't see that happening. Maybe later on, when it's more edgy, but not.
No, that's true.
Right
that's
now.
True. So of course we've mentioned Tony Schiavone as the heel announcer was one of the surprises. Of course, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson. And he does go on to say that both angles were almost identical and that people thought that they were baby faces standing up for the NWA, but instead they mocked the NWA, claiming it was behind the times. Morton and Gibson got a very nice face pop when they saved Harrison Storm from a beating from all of Russo's group, and then turned on them with chair shots. This set up for what ended up being the main event, a terribly disappointing match because Gibson looked like a guy who hadn't been in the ring in years. Said it was a good match on paper, but the timing was awful. And he does go on to say that it was a mistake to have Morton and Gibson come in as heels, which we both agreed with as it happened. 100%. As once they made the turn, nobody cared, and people wanted to like them. They at least should have played into what the audience wanted, although if you watch close, you can see that the idea to make Russo's group the cool heels by constantly trying to portray TNA and Bob Armstrong's led group as incompetent and behind the times for a few weeks, particularly since they were already doing the angle with Shivani and then did the turn when it would have had more impact, which is something that we said too, is like, even if you're going to do it, just kind of hold off a little bit, you know?
Yeah. I mean, they did deliver some like vicious chair shots.
They did.
To AMW. Yeah, that definitely happened. But
yes,
again, you could, for the match at least, wait a bit. I mean, if I were to get drilled with a chair 4 or 5 times, I'm not going to then run into the ring 45 minutes later and be like, let's fucking go. I'm going to kick your ass. So you maybe wait a week or two. Drag it out a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. It's mentioned that some people liked Shivani playing the heel announcer, but the live crowd was dead for the segment where he and TNA argued forever. I, for one, thought it was a lot of fun. So I liked it. He says the gist of the weird shoot angle, which was planned ahead of time to a degree, is Shivani was supposed to mock TNA by saying if people like him ran the business, that Gorgeous George, Hulkamania, and Andy Kaufman would have never been in wrestling. Apparently there were a lot of other lines, but Shivani ended up forgetting his lines on TV. TNA's comeback was cut short by Russo coming out early and trying to grab the mic from him, which was not scripted, and try and babyface himself by saying he was the one to save wrestling for everyone's kids because it'll die without him. Others were mad because they expected TNA to, quote, sell longer for Shivani, and when he didn't, that's when Russo came out.
So I think maybe you enjoyed that segment with Shivani because, you know, right now we kind of know what Shivani is kind of more like.
And you know, I think you're right about that.
Because, you know, in WCW, which was, and I guess XWF, if you were really following wrestling, Shivani was very by the book, babyface. You know, he gets emotional when Ric Flair gets his head crushed in a cage and he has to walk off in '97 type of stuff. You don't really think of him as a vulgar, funny guy. You know what I mean? So I think that definitely helps, because if you're watching in 2003, you're probably off put by it. You're probably like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, I've never seen this before. And it did go on a little long, but I thought it was enjoyable.
No, I think that's a really great point. And I do think that's why I liked it, because now we kind of know how Shivani is. And it's like the shit he was saying, it was like, oh my God. But I could see definitely like in 2003 being like, okay, why is this happening? It was the same feeling when we saw the Rock and Roll Express turn. I am sure a lot of people felt the same when Shivani started just saying all sorts of shit last week. Now, although he was planned for a long-term role as a heel announcer, that's now all in question, is before he left the building after the taping, he was telling people he wouldn't be coming back. He drove back to Atlanta after the show with Raven, Sanders, Russo, and maybe Gilberti, and Shivani told them that he thought he was terrible playing a heel and wanted no part in coming back. They were trying to pump him up and say he did well, but that didn't change his tune for the rest of the trip. A few days later, in Jeremy Borash's TNA report, he as much as said the same thing. So it is pretty much officially even reported by JB, like, he's not coming back.
Well, you know, I think that's his. I kind of get a vibe from Shivani that he puts himself down a lot.
Yep, I totally agree with that.
So he definitely did a good job with it, but maybe he just expects more out of himself.
Well, and, you know, he has been a babyface announcer, so he probably felt super uncomfortable with the stuff he was saying.
I would have to imagine, yeah.
I would think, especially because he was friends with Mike Tenay. Like, why do you want to shit on your friend on pay-per-view when you're like actually friends with someone?
Right.
You know, I don't know. That's got to be a little tough, especially for a guy like Tony, I feel like.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah. Now, last week they did also tease Ron Killing's heel turn, as he and Lynn basically cost each other singles matches against Mike Sanders and David Flair, respectively. Killings and Lynn nearly came to blows, even though the idea was that Killings wasn't to turn this week, and Don West kept insisting that it was a mistake. The crowd immediately turned on Killings. And this is a good point because he clearly hit Jerry Lynn. And John was just like, it was an accident. It was like, well, no, it wasn't. He definitely just did that.
Yeah, and then he showed like no remorse about it either. He was just kind of whatever. Like, fuck you, Jerry Lynn. That's what he was basically doing.
And so we know that Zbyszko is obviously AJ Styles' manager now. They're saying the match was better and far more heated than the previous week, but on the show, it was still the best thing in the ring. So even Dave is saying it's probably the best match that was on the show last week. I don't know. Maybe we were just so over the 10-minute stipulation that we were just checked out.
I think I'm just over Larry Zbyszko in that match with AJ Styles.
Well, yeah, it was, once again, it's like the too close together kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Rhodes has had a previous booking, and they figured that there was no point in using Nikita Koloff if Rhodes wasn't there, if they were going to be but they are going forward with the angle. So they didn't just ignore that story. It's just because Rhodes couldn't be there, so they decided to also not have Nikita, so they couldn't have like a confrontation at all.
Okay.
That's pretty much all my upkeep from last week necessarily. I do have a couple fun new things. Were you about to say something about that segment there, Bob?
Well, I'm just trying to wrap my head around, would they potentially try to do a Dusty Nikita match?
Would it surprise you?
No, it would not. I mean, because TNA, especially in 2003, I mean, they try pretty much everything. So,
well, that's
to try to do like a 1980s NWA heated feud really wouldn't surprise me.
I could see him trying to do like a bull rope match or something like bullshit like that. Where, you know what I mean? Yeah. And actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea necessarily. Like, would it be good? Probably not. But I think
absolutely not.
But I think you could get people to want to watch the show if you book that match.
Yeah, but I mean, they would probably want to watch it for the potential train wreck that it would be, not for the classic that it wouldn't be.
So. Oh, yeah, it's not going to be a classic, that's for sure.
No, absolutely not.
Well, hey, our buddy over in the WWA, Andrew McManus, is planning a 3-day tour of Australia from May 2nd through May 4th, using mainly TNA guys and a few guys that he had on the last tour. So this is exciting. The plan is to tape a pay-per-view show for the U.S. during that tour to follow up on the February 9th date for a pay-per-view, which is getting some Barker Channel publicity built around Sting, Luger, Nathan Jones, and Jarrett. This will end up, I believe, being their final pay-per-view, which we will cover at some point. We have covered the, I think, first 3 WWA pay-per-views. Is that correct, Bob? 3 shows we've done? Yeah, Inception, Revolution, and The Eruption.
And The Eruption.
Yeah, so you can go back in the archives and listen to our bonus shows covering those shows. I don't know if I'd recommend watching them, but if you really want to.
Well, there's a really good Devon Storm Sabu cage match.
No, that's true. Devon Storm Sabu cage match on Eruption was good. And you know what? Jerry Lynn and Styles had their first encounter, I believe, on that show. So there's some little gems, but not overall. Great shows. I can't wait to watch the last 2 pay-per-views in our bonus episode series once we eventually get to it. But it is said here also that TNA having some television exposure, although it's just on pay-per-view, which doesn't hit the masses, at least may help a little bit with this this tour and these pay-per-views in the U.S. So, this is interesting. There is apparently some interest in Barry Buchanan, or as we know, he will be B squared.
What? They're interested in Bull Buchanan?
Yeah. Or as he says Barry. I don't know if that's his real name or not.
Barry Buchanan might be his real name, yeah.
Barry Bull, same idea. Yeah. Apparently there's interest. Might see. Who knows what's going to happen?
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I thought that was funny when I saw that.
I didn't mind Bull Buchanan in like 2000. But not like right to censor Bull Buchanan, like when he was with Big Boss Man.
I don't know if I've ever seen that, to be honest with you.
He probably had. He had some good agility. Now, I don't know about 2003. I mean, I know when he was with John Cena. Yeah, it was B squared. in late 02.
Well, so that's like that's how I know who he is.
Right. Yeah.
Because that's when I was like growing up watching wrestling. So when I heard, like I said, when I read this, I was like, what? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder if the interest too could be because he's wrestled in Tennessee before. I mean, he wrestled with Smoky Mountain as the Punisher.
Okay. That makes a lot more sense.
There's a bit of a tie-in there. He's probably familiar with Russo because he was in the Truth Commission in 97.
Okay, that's all starting to make a lot more sense then.
Yeah. I don't see it being a good fit, but who knows? TNA would grab anybody, really.
Oh, absolutely. Anyone who is a face that was on TV before, especially in 2003, they're grabbing them, and we're going to see that as we keep going.
Oh my God, yeah. I can't wait for the annual spring cleaning when they release probably 10 to 15 guys, and then we see all of them in TNA in about 3 months after they get cut.
That's still a very common thing, I feel like. I feel like it's like, oh, they left the company, and then like in a couple months, oh, they're back.
Right.
It just happened, well, as of this recording yesterday, Trey Miguel like left and like actually seemed like he was signing somewhere else, and he's back.
Yeah, I did see that.
And he's very good.
His other partners went to NXT, right?
Yes, they did. Yep.
Yeah.
Which they're great. I really liked watching them. But I think Trey's going to do good by himself, but he's not here in 2003, so it doesn't matter right now.
I don't even know what he's probably like 2 years old in 2003.
Oh, yeah, probably.
He's wicked young, right? Well, I'm sure he's older than like 19.
Well, it's funny because I've even heard like Brian Myers mention it before on his podcast and stuff. It's like some of these guys like not grew up necessarily, but were probably teenagers and stuff watching like Impact in the Impact Zone in Orlando, and it's just like it's so crazy to think about that. It's like, oh, now they're like, oh, now he's wrestling in Impact, and like used to just be watching it. Like that's so weird.
I heard Cardona was saying that he had a bunch of people come up to him and say, like, dude, I loved watching you growing up. And he was just like, what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's weird when you think about it. And I guess I say it's weird for them to be wrestling in Impact now because Impact's such like a young company still, compared to the WWE. So it's like weird to think.
But they've been going on for what? Almost 20 years.
Yeah.
TNA. So
which
that's pretty remarkable.
Is pretty awesome. And speaking of awesome news, this is a pretty good news, I thought. There's apparently a lot of talk of moving Sonny Siaki out of the X division. Pretty positive. And it's as the recognition is that he doesn't work the style, and the division has pretty much been put on hold as far as it being the showcase of spectacular matches since he's won the title. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that's a knock on him, by the way. I think it's just kind of how it is. It's not his style,
Mm-hmm.
It says that the plan has been, stemming off of the great reaction that Red got on December 18th, for Red to win the title on January 15th. Now, we know that didn't happen because he didn't come back from Japan for the show, causing plans to change. Siaki ended up with Welts. Oh, sorry, it didn't go into that sentence. So that changed that plan. Now, also, Siaki ended up with welts all over his body from the cane shots from Conan last week. So he got the shit beat out of him. He's still the champion. He was supposed to lose it a couple weeks ago. Who knows what's about to happen with Sonny Siaki?
I think that Siaki, if like TNA had a like United States Championship or something like in the middle, that would be like their version of Intercontinental Championship.
100%
would be way better suited for him. But they don't. They have the X Division thing, so.
Yeah. Just a couple more things here. People within the company are marveling at the job that Jeff Jarrett does backstage, apparently, because he basically runs the wrestling end, which means play agent, and he plays the agent, helping the young guys lay out their matches, takes care of everyone's problems, and is constantly on the go from about 10 a.m. until the last person leaves because the company is so understaffed. Which I thought, I thought this was an interesting note just because I feel like we just absolutely fucking hate Jeff Jarrett on TV, but he's working his ass off backstage to make this place work, and I think that does say something about him.
Sure.
Johnny Swinger, BG Whitmer, and Matt Stryker with a Y are scheduled for dark matches on February 12th, and wrestlers from Gateway Championship Wrestling in Missouri come in on February 19th. So we got some updates on some dark matches. Doesn't say who's coming in from
BG Whitmer could be fun.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know about Johnny Swinger, but
we've already even seen Swinger on pay-per-view though.
Yeah, but I mean as like a tryout to be a regular or something. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I agree with that. And last but not least, Jason Cross looks to be out for about 5 or 6 more weeks after having surgery last week to insert a rod into his hand after suffering the crushed knuckle on the January 15th match with David Young.
Oh, wow.
So we won't be seeing him for a while.
5 to 6 weeks. So I probably would put him into mid-March.
Oh, yeah, at least.
Maybe not. Maybe even until April before we will see him again.
Yeah.
Potentially. Who knows? Wow,
exactly.
That sucks.
Yeah. Well, that is all I have, though, for news and notes. Some interesting stuff there, nonetheless. So, Bob, what do you have for independent news? And then we'll swing it back for some explosion quick before we get into the show.
Well, I got not a lot. Just 4 guys did anything. Glen Gilberti, who, again, we had seen in 2002 for a brief time. He worked a WWA tour in November and December, teaming with Malice, losing to Norman. Let me say that again. Losing to Norman Smiley and Conan. He also wrestled Conan in 2 singles matches for that same tour, and they both finished with a double DQ and double countouts, which pretty much tells me that neither one of them wanted to do the job. He worked for 0-1 on January 6th, wrestling as the Boogeyman. Now, not like I'm coming to get you, Boogeyman, but like the dancing Boogeyman type of thing. So,
not the same.
Not the same at all. Tenacious Z, who is going to be making a appearance tonight, started wrestling in May of 2002, which is the first documented match on Cage Match, at least. And he primarily worked for Michigan Indies. Jerry Lynn, he lost to Chris Hero on February 1st for IWA Mid-South. They've been having a bit of a rivalry there. And then Low Ki. Low Ki worked a 0-1 tour from January 26th to February 2nd. So that's all there is. Not a lot of TNA guys getting work this time around.
Well, hey, they're getting the big boy money now. That Panda Energy has come in.
Give me that $300.
Woo woo. Cool. Well, actually, I'll tell you what, Bob. This week on Explosion, if this was an AEW dark card, they'd say it was stacked.
Get the fuck out.
Usually we got 1 or 2 matches. This week we got 4.
Whoa.
Which is kind of unreal. And actually, there is no other dark matches, believe it or not, this week as well. All 4 of these matches were taped on this February 5th edition of NWA-TNA. And this episode of Explosion, as Cage Match has it listed at number 18, aired on February 8th. 2003, and the matches were as follows. Let me make sure I get the results up. Jimmy Rave defeats Matt Sydal. It's kind of fun. David Young and Tony Mamaluke defeat Lex Levette and Rod Steele. America's Most Wanted defeated Jason Rumble and Rocky Reynolds. And in the, I guess it's the main event of Explosion, Kid Cash defeats Shark Boy.
Well, you're right. That is kind of a stacked lineup for
an Explosion. I mean,
for Explosion. I'm hoping to see Matt Sydal appear in the X Division. I think that would be nice.
Jimmy Rave versus Matt Sydal. That should have been put on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, for sure. I think we'll see Sydal eventually on a weekly pay-per-view.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know he eventually makes it in later on. I'm not 100% about the weekly pay-per-view, but I hope so. And I think this isn't his first appearance as a dark match necessarily either. So I think that's promising.
Yeah, I mean I think that shows you that they're like interested to bring him in
For sure.
in some capacity. So we'll have to keep our eyes out on that. Jimmy Rave, I know, has already appeared.
Yes.
A few times. So that should be interesting to see how that kind of plays out. Lex Levette, I know him from the PWIs. He was
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a Florida guy.
I tried to go through these guys this time. I tried to do a little bit better, and I was like, I don't know none of them. I was hoping one of them would have been like, oh, that's who that is. That's cool. And no, I knew you were gonna know at least one or two of these guys though.
Yeah, Lex Levette was part of some Florida company that got a lot of attention in the PWIs. It was him, Scoot Andrews, and Billy Fives and Mike Sullivan. All those guys. I don't know why I remember those guys, but all those guys would get a lot of focus on or in the PWIs. I'm trying to see NWA Florida. That might have been the company.
Okay.
Yeah. So that would yeah, it was. I'm looking up at his matches right now. Maybe even IPW. Either way,
no, that's
that
cool.
Florida group was getting a bunch of attention back then. So
nice. Well,
all right. So I guess that would be all there is for that. So it is time for another weekly fucking pay-per-view for February 5th, 2003. I told you from the beginning, I'm in a fucking mood. This better be a good fucking show, man.
As long as Raven's on it, it's gonna be good. That's all I gotta say about it.
Oh, whatever. Well, we know he's on it, probably. Like,
you fucking better be.
Yeah, well, right. So I'm gonna count down from 5, and when I say play, hit that play button. Or not, whatever. I can't control what you do. I'm sure you can't even watch on Impact Plus because that thing sucks. So hopefully you can find it on YouTube or you have it in your personal collection.
Hey, it might not suck anymore. It just sucked if you already a subscriber and they fucked you.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. That's some bullshit. So here we go. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, I almost hit play when you said 1.
Wow, you would have been a dick.
I was real close.
Follow direction.
Well, while we're getting our intro video here, oh, wait a second. It's new music. Oh, okay. We have 1,100 people tonight in the TNA Asylum, which is back up. We went up again this week. Last week we had 1,000, and if you remember, the week before that, on January 22nd, we had 750. So we're starting to climb back up there. We're at the same number we were on January 15th.
Papered. It's all heavily. They're all freebies.
Well, yeah. Let's just remember they're all papered. Not necessarily fully, but a solid amount is papered, and that's fine. If people are excited to be there, I don't think this is if you paper a building like this, chances are there are going to be more wrestling fans than when you paper like I don't know Universal Studios. And you just call people in who are just like tourists who have no idea what they're even going into.
Yeah. So speaking of that, I'm gonna ask you, at what point do they actually draw a paying crowd? Never.
I don't know. Well, Larry Zbyszko is in the ring with the NWA title around his shoulder.
How did he get the NWA title?
I believe Styles left with it last week.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And remember, Larry Zbyszko is his manager. He played human chess. As Tenay says, he's AJ Styles' mentor.
Right. He loses 2 matches and he lasts 10 minutes, and that makes you the fucking mentor. Whatever. Standing here with a handsome hunk of gold.
I was just gonna say that line.
Was he? Are we gonna get a Zbyszko Jeff Jarrett match now?
Don't you dare.
Ladder match. Do it.
No, I'd be more interested in that. Oh, he's so impressed with AJ Styles. He's held his own when he's been in the ring with Jeff Jarrett, he says.
Who has?
Styles.
When has he wrestled him?
I think he's been in the ring with him at least once, hasn't he?
In a match?
I thought he did once. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I'd have to go back and look. We've seen too much shit, dude. It's like too much. My mind can only remember so many matches.
I'm pretty sure he has not wrestled.
Oh, in the name of tradition itself, he demands that he gives AJ Styles a shot at the... Oh, and here comes Jeff Jarrett's music. Of course, even though Larry Zbyszko's in the ring, we got to turn all the lights off. He's got to get the star entrance.
Oh, yeah, dude. He's a superstar. It's my world.
Look, Zbyszko's like, why the fuck are the lights off? And Jeff Jarrett is in his best Eric Bischoff tonight. Blue jeans, tucked in shirt, and a leather jacket. Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Of course it is.
He said it's a bunch of BS, though, but...
I'm looking it up right now. AJ Styles has not been in a match with Jeff Jarrett to this point.
At all?
No. He had just done X Division stuff.
Oh, shit. I thought maybe they sneaked one in there that I couldn't remember like they did with Jerry Lynn. Like Jerry Lynn and like Ron Killings and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah. But I feel like we would have remembered a Styles Jarrett match because that's so different.
No, you're right. Oh. He'd agree for a title shot when AJ does something. I missed exactly what it was, but...
I think it's like challenge him or something.
Well, here we go. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. Easy way, he walks up and gives him the belt. The hard way is, I come there and I come and take it down from your ass, okay? And I think that's one of Jeff Jarrett's like quotes, like, we can do it the easy way or we can do it the hard way.
You want to know what I want to see? I want every week for someone else to steal the title. That way Jeff Jarrett never has possession of it.
I actually don't know if I would hate that. Is that bad?
This week it's Mike Sanders. Next week it's going to be fucking Gilberti.
Oh, he's going the hard way, but look at this. Oh, whoa, look at this weird attire Styles is wearing. He just attacked Jarrett from behind. He's wearing bright green attire. Zbyszko's like, hey, don't do it. Don't do it.
He's trying to cool him off here. Don't attack him.
The belt hanging on the second rope somehow.
Yeah, that's where Zbyszko must have put it. Now Jarrett's firing back. The crowd not really reacting to any of this.
Dude, they're silent. Look at Zbyszko pulling Jarrett off of him. Oh,
fuck. He just decks Zbyszko. That's funny. They popped for that. Oh, he's got the belt.
Yeah. Okay, Jarrett's got his belt back. He's going to taunt with it instead of, like, leave.
Run away?
We got to see... What is this?
The hell is this? It's like a militia.
They weren't all wearing like ski masks and like military, camo. Wait, is someone else about to take the belt?
Well, they're taking Jeff Jarrett. So.
Wait, they put a hood over his head and they're taking it.
Yeah. Well, didn't they do something like this on SmackDown in like 2005, and then that's how Muhammad Hassan got taken off television?
Yeah, that didn't help his case.
No, it did not.
Because they choked Undertaker with the wire. I remember watching it as a kid being like, whoa.
Yeah. Well, it didn't help that there was...
Wait, that guy's wearing like a suit. He's not wearing like the camo. Right.
That was... That situation with Hassan, though, I'm pretty sure there was like a terrorist attack or something that happened earlier in the day. But since SmackDown was taped, I mean, they didn't know that it was going to happen like that. But
yeah, I can't remember what it was that caused it.
It was like I think it was like something in France, like a bombing or something like that.
Was it? Regardless, it's a bummer. Muhammad Hassan around from our area here, so it's kind of sad.
Oh my God. I don't think I told you this, but speaking of Muhammad Hassan, like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, wait, you might have told me.
Okay, well, I'll just say it anyway.
Say it anyway, yeah.
Yeah, so Sarah and I, we get out of work, and we're sitting in the car, and I like look up, and there's this jacked dude smoking a cigarette walking into the store, and I'm like, holy shit, that's Muhammad Hassan. And she was like, who the fuck is Muhammad Hassan? And I was like, oh, fucking wrestler. Is just walking into the store, like right in front of me.
That's awesome.
It's crazy. Yeah.
I actually thought I thought you said that Sarah saw him for some reason. So maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm getting it confused with another story, but that's pretty funny.
Yeah. I don't think Estrada came out to Elvis music there.
I was going to say, so Estrada just came out to new music, but he's still. Hold on. So Jorge's fighting Glen Gilberti, who just came back out in the militia outfit and took his hood off.
Wait a minute. So what was the point of that? If they're just going to come back out and be like, oh, by the way, that was me. Why are you wearing a mask then?
Dude, that was dumb.
Like Sanders is on commentary.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about that.
That was silly. They could have made that a whole new thing or something. Come on. It's Jorge.
That just seemed a little lazy there. Estrada's almost slipped on a springboard senton there. Oh, great. Sanders doing his A Few Good Men impersonation. You can't handle that truth. Gilberti hammering away on Estrada, followed by a back elbow. Gilberti doesn't have his hair all done up, so that's a little weird.
He's got other business to do.
Misses the clothesline. Sells the kick weird. And there's a drop kick by Estrada off of a springboard. So if Estrada has new music, how come he doesn't have new gear?
I don't know, man. Now remember, I believe they tried to recruit Jorge Estrada for Sports Entertainment Extreme.
Yeah. Well, they were even teasing that backstage in his Goldilocks interview.
Yes.
But then he was just like, no, I'm not going to join.
As he gets tossed onto the apron. Where he looks like he's supposed to go out, but he caught himself. And then Glenn pokes him in the eyes. Now, is Glenn's mismatch outfit right now really bothering you? Because I fucking hate it.
Yes, it is.
He's wearing like a blue-gray camo, like tights. Like disco tights. And then as Jorge goes for a split leg moonsault, but Glenn gets his knees up. And he's wearing the long sleeve green camo like top.
Yeah. No, it does not mesh very well. At all.
No, it's dumb. Throwing him off the ropes. Fucking
an atomic drop, but that was like nowhere near connecting. And then he turns him inside out with a clothesline off the ropes. These guys do have an angle as he's doing some dancing here for Gilberti.
Of course he's got to dance. He can't not.
Yeah, now their angle is just Gilberti attacking him.
Now he's the director of talent acquisitions, not development.
They've already changed his job?
According to Mike Tenay. Why is he still dancing? Stop doing that shit.
He's mocking him, I guess.
Oh, okay. No, you're right.
He's mocking like the Elvis thing.
Okay, fine. I'll accept it then.
But you know what? It doesn't help because, I don't know, for almost 10 years, Gilberti was a dancing guy. So I don't know how we can see that as taunting when he used to do
exactly.
It. Well, now he's shaking his hips. He's going to do the swinging neck breaker in the middle of the ring. Again.
Look, he's doing it again.
He's overdoing it. It's not really getting a reaction.
I don't want to put Glenn down here, but if anyone is actually a fan of Glen Gilberti, can you just let me know?
I mean, I liked him for a bit when he was disco.
I'm not even counting that. Who watches this match right now and is like, oh yeah, Glenn's here. He's in TNA. Yep.
Me.
You're excited?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Huh? Stand corrected.
I've got that disco fever.
Well, he's just trying to get talent now. He doesn't care about the disco thing.
You wanna know the best thing about Glen Gilberti's career?
Oh yeah.
It's actually I swear to God, if this guy dances one more time, I'm gonna go get my pizza slicer and I'm just gonna slice my forehead.
Oh my God.
It's actually a GIF, and it's of him dancing down the aisle on Nitro, and then he gets whacked in the back by La Parca.
Oh, I do really like that. You know what? Actually, I stand corrected. I do like disco at one point, and that is when he had the disco duck.
You're a piece of shit. I mean,
because what even was that? Because he hit people with it. Like, what in the world? What was even happening?
A fucking plastic duck.
And he was in the Filthy Animals. That was funny, actually. When he was in the
That made
Filthy
no
Animals,
sense. It made no sense.
that's why
I
I liked
think
it.
his best stuff, or his best run, was like late '97 when he was the TV champion.
No.
So for
Well,
about a month and a half, he was pretty good, and then that was about it.
oh, look, the Village People's Elbow.
Oh,
Is he going to hit it? Oh. Oh, no.
He's basically stealing the people's elbow from The Rock, and he did it in slow motion, and he missed it.
He did the Village People's Elbow. He did the YMCA first.
Yeah, but that's kind of what the people's elbow is, going off the ropes and
Yeah, well, you know, crossbody by Estrada going for a cover. Nope, 2 count.
This has no heat to it. The crowd is just like, why?
I honestly think they just killed any excitement they had when he just came out and took that mask off. And they were like, Glen Gilberti's coming down to the ring.
Yeah, you don't do that. You don't start your show off with, 8 masked guys, which I'm sure we could put together with Sports Entertainment Extreme. But for the guy to come out in the mask and then just take it off and be like, okay, I'm ready for my match against Jorge Estrada after abducting Jeff Jarrett.
Nah,
doesn't really fit. You just got a 2 count on a DDT.
Pretty nice looking DDT, though.
Yeah. This has been mostly Gilberti so far.
Oh, 100%. Andy just keeps dancing.
Yeah, he went for the stunner, but Estrada shoved him in the corner. Gets the 2 count on a roll-up.
Toss him off the ropes, reverses the Irish whip. Jorge's coming back, sunset flip. Gilberti falls back. 1, 2.
Kick out.
That was a weird one. Andrew Thomas, you son of a bitch.
You fucking AEW producer.
Yeah, who are you?
Oh, kick to the gut. He's going to go for the stunner. No, Estrada counters with the backslide. 1, 2.
Oh!
3. Estrada just pinned Glen Gilberti. Not really sure why, but that just happened. Okay, now Gilberti and Sanders are attacking Estrada from behind. And it looks like they're stripping him of his Elvis stuff. He's probably going to have gear underneath there, right?
Oh, no, that looks like boxers, dude.
Yep, okay. No, that might be gear.
Oh, yeah, they might be trunks.
That could be trunks.
Oh, he's
covering up like it's underwear, but...
Oh, no, he's got underwear underneath.
It's underwear, but you know what?
Oh, it is?
Trunks are basically fucking underwear anyway. I like how the fans are saluting to these guys. That's kind of funny.
Oh, yeah, those are... Yeah,
okay. Estrada has a tramp stamp. I didn't know that.
Oh, we learn something new every day. Okay, Goldie is backstage with Bob Armstrong. She talks to him every single week, but
yeah,
she's freaking out because they took Jarrett outside the building. You think I'm sitting back here sitting on my ass? I've been busy. He's gone past wrestling.
You want to know what's really sick and twisted?
What? As he's yelling, he just talked to Jeff Jarrett's wife. Not Karen, guys. That's later.
No, yeah. I bet you Bob Armstrong's a pretty good magician. Because he can make his thumb disappear.
Rise for your leader. S-E-X.
You don't think he could be a good magician with his thumb disappearing?
Oh, he could definitely scare some kids with it. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. I think he'd be good.
Sex sells.
Who's coming? What is going on now?
The lights are fucking out.
It's going to be Sabu. No. Who's that? That's Glen Gilberti again.
No. Oh, wait. Yeah, it is. Look at the necklace.
What the fuck is the point of this? We already know it's you, Glenn. You took it off.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Russo's out here. That's Operation Russo, Sex. Yeah. Look at his little badges. What's this in his face? F you?
Yeah.
He's got the leader. He's going to take everyone out in the army now. They just went down to Walmart and got these camo, like long underwear shirts.
Yeah, that might even be like Kmart.
Mm.
I mean, Russo definitely is getting a reaction.
Oh, for sure.
But why would you have Gilberti put the mask back on and try to cover up that it's him when he came out and took it off? Ugh, God.
Oh, Jeff Jarrett's in No Harm.
Oh, okay.
That's good. What you people don't understand is I love Jeff Jarrett, bro. Because me and Jeff Jarrett, we go way back. Bro.
Russo's got a mega unibrow going on, it looks like.
No, he always does. What?
He's the
Uncle
to Jeff. So they're brothers?
Oh, okay. They've been taking from him his whole life. Oh. His father even wants to live his life through Jarrett. I care about Jeff Jarrett.
I think Vince Russo's in love with him.
It does sound like that, huh?
Okay. Dallas, none of this makes sense. Glen Gilberti, this is why you're here, okay? You're standing here with a mask.
Well, he goes, talk about talent development.
You just lost a fucking motherfucking Jorge Estrada, but yeah, your development.
That's a really good fucking point.
Talent acquisition, but you're losing to Jorge Estrada. Why do we have you in the group? I think he's just ripping on all the things that Jeff Jarrett did in the WWF right now. Jeff Jarrett is my friend. That's true. You gave him the world title 4 times in a 3-month span at WCW.
He cares about him. Oh, he's going to develop. He's leaving the development of the character of Jeff Jarrett up to Glen Gilberti.
Oh, God. You know, this is the same guy that had the idea for building.
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 That shit's funny as fuck. Flush tradition down the drain. Glen's like, yes, you got it. Sex begins now. Oh, Operation Sex. What's he about to do then?
I don't know.
I've given you people fair warning, okay?
I don't think they really thought this whole thing through.
No. What?
Oh, shit. Dusty Rhodes is here.
He's just slapping Gilberti in the chest, which is really funny.
Yeah,
look, they're opening the guardrail for him. They're like, yes, Dusty, bring him this way. Oh, Dusty just kept walking. He left Glen there.
Well, he delivered like one elbow and laid him out. Russo's like, you know where he's at. Go get him.
Is he saying about Nikita?
No, for Jarrett, I think.
Oh, I thought he was going to go make him go get Nikita so he could go beat up Dusty.
Oh, I don't think so. He could be, but I don't know. In case you're watching along, we are at 21 minutes and 25 seconds. So if we're watching this live, it would be almost 8:30.
And we've seen Jorge Estrada versus Glen Gilberti.
It's been thrilling for in-ring.
You couldn't even start with Raven. You had one of the best intros ever last week with Raven just sitting there with the belt while his music creepily plays. And now this is how we're doing this show.
Yeah, and there was a good brawl, too. Couple of 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. I made a challenge to some guys in the back, baby.
Oh, there's a sign that says bring back the X Division.
That's fucked up.
That's kind of accurate.
Well, that's why people like watching this stuff, and it's been gone.
Right.
He's calling out Ron Killings, Jerry Lynn, and Amazing Red, and America's Most Wanted. Mike Tenay's like, he's going out the NWA locker room. Bottom line, is this all we got? This is all we have left.
This is their answer for sex?
Wait, Storm doesn't look as pissed this week, so if he has a match, I'm feeling good about that.
Well, they won on Explosion.
That's a good point.
So he's probably happy.
I'm going to make this tweet, baby.
Look at Amazing Red. Compared to these guys, he looks like a child.
Yeah. Your body bleeds tradition.
Your tradition, baby.
Jerry Lynn, you deserve better than fighting Mike Sanders. Let's just leave it at that.
Pretty much.
Okay. Oh, look at that. So Dusty's saying, you came out, he's talking to Ron Killings, you came out wanting equal opportunities. While a black man didn't win the world title, a man won the title. So let's take back the Asylum.
That's not a bad line.
I like that line a lot from Dusty. I thought that was the best thing he said so far in this company. Usually he's blabbering about what I did in 1986, baby.
We gotta take over. We gotta take back the Asylum.
Can we do that? Hey, does anyone have that Jerry Lynn shirt? If you do, send us a DM at Cross the Line TNA.
If anybody has Amazing Red's do-rag, let me know.
Oh, okay, that'd be cool.
I'll wear it.
Okay,
or
so
if you have the jean suit that Dusty Rhodes is wearing.
Dustin probably wears that now, but whatever.
Well, I mean, I don't think it really fits him.
Well,
so it looks like AMW, Lynn, and Killings are all leaving the ring as we go to the ladies here. Thank God. But Amazing Red is remaining in the ring. I know. Don't choke on your fucking cucumber over there.
I don't like cucumbers, bro.
You don't like cucumbers?
Not that much, no.
It's fucking water.
Weird water.
Oh, hi, lollipop. Jesus Christ. Yep. Thank you. Oh, she's not a blow pop this week. It's something bigger.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if she's checking her calories though. I mean, a blow pop is usually about probably 20 calories. So yeah, it is a blow pop.
A normal sized one?
Yeah, but that one was bigger. It wasn't even a blow pop. So it's probably like 40 calories.
Hey, we are heading right into an X Division title match. Here comes Sonny Siaki with Desire. And Amazing Red stayed in the ring.
Yeah. She has a bedazzled top that says sex. In case you didn't know, she was part of the group.
Now, I like to pretend that I might be wrong since, we've been reading the dirt sheets. We are smart marks, baby. And right. Red was supposed to win this title a couple weeks ago. Is it safe to say he wins tonight? Or do you think they'll swerve us? And since it's already kind of leaked.
That's a good question. I don't think you could realistically, since you just had Gilberti lose to Jorge Estrada, do you really want to have your guy lose the X title to Amazing Red in the next fucking match?
I don't think it's a good idea, but in that regard, it's not a good idea. Is it a good idea to put the title on Red? Yeah. Yeah,
but it might be the wrong time. I think they just played Red's music when he was already in the ring.
Yeah, for like a little intro, they played his song for about 30 seconds.
That's a little weird.
Sonny Siaki's looking real cocky. He's making it look like he's about to make easy work of Red. Which, I mean, size difference, you can't really compare these two.
I thought he was going to drop down to his knees and be like, let's go, Red. And get drop kicked.
That would have been a good start. Yeah. See? This is why Bob does fantasy booking. He's really good.
I should be the booker.
WrestleRecaps.com. Wrestling recaps.
Yeah, go to WrestlingRecaps.com for about 2 years worth of fantasy booking of the WWF starting in 1993. There's been attempted murders. Oh, there he is. He's dropped down to his knees. Look at this. It's like I fucking know what's going on.
Yeah, what do you know?
Yeah, what? Well, he didn't drop kick him though. He kicked him. I mean, Sam's smart.
He's trying to chase Red around, but he's too fast. Look at that. That was nice.
Yeah, Red did like a 619 to avoid him. Jesus. Somersault dive to the floor. Onto Siaki. The crowd is fucking pumped for this.
Yeah, this is what the crowd need.
Yeah, so maybe I'd be going into whoever the referee is. I don't know if it's Andrew Thomas or not. No, it's
Rudy Charles.
Rudy Charles. I'd be like, all right, Rudy, you remember that finish that we gave you? No, switch it. We're going to give it to Red.
Yeah, all of a sudden they likes him, yeah.
Yeah, because the crowd, I think, would pop huge for it.
They would. So that he steps up on Sonny Siaki's chest, kicks him in the face.
Cartwheel kick.
I thought that's what it was. Like, it was kind of hard to see.
Yeah, well, the way they zoomed in on it kind of made it hard to see the cartwheel. Go get him, Red. Sending Siaki into the corner. But he gets dropped to the apron, but Red's like, whatever, missile drop kick off the top. Didn't look that great, but it gets a 2 count.
Okay, here we go. Kicks him. Sonny Siaki's up against the ropes. Reverse Irish switch off the ropes, just like every single one ever. Sonny Siaki catches him. Could he bring him up to the second rope and do the last call? No.
Well, I don't know what the fuck that was. That was like a backwards fucking Death Valley driver.
Yeah.
I have a storyline idea for you right now, Dallas.
Okay, let's hear it.
So I think that if Amazing Red were to win this match, it's going to be because of this. Dawn Marie, who's going to come out of the crowd, she's going to attack Desire.
Oh, yeah.
And she's going to be like, listen here, bitch. You fucking beat me on that SmackDown house show in Rochester, New York. I'm here for my revenge. And then today's going to be like, oh, my God, that happened back in July of 2002. I can't believe that she's here. This is crazy. But then Dawn Marie's going to associate herself with Amazing Red. And it's going to be the awkward, like, uncomfortable, she wants to be called mommy. But they're dating. But they're, like, dating.
Oh. Didn't expect this turn.
Yeah, exactly.
They could have a cool team name like Red Dawn or something. Like, that sounds kind of cool.
Red Dawn. As a tag team?
Why not? I think that sounds pretty cool.
That's funny.
Oh, that scared me, Bob. Our feed just cut out.
Yeah.
I was about to say, do we go to pause real quick? Or?
No, I knew it was fine. Siaki just had a bear hug on Red, and Red delivers a few kicks to drop Siaki down to the mat. So I was listening to another podcast about TNA. It's called TNA Never Dies.
Oh, okay.
And they kind of take a more comical approach to it, I think. I mean, they have some insight, but it's usually pretty comical. So on it though, they're like in November of 2002 as Siaki just whipped Red headfirst into the announcer's table.
He's dead.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to be okay from that. But on the podcast, they were talking about Sonny Siaki and Goldilocks. And they brought up a question of, do you think Goldilocks and Sonny Siaki were banging?
Oh, my God.
In real life. And you never know. I guess they could have potentially. I mean, they are kind of flirtatious.
I mean, it's a good point. You never know.
I thought it was an intriguing idea.
That is pretty funny. Oh, yeah. Sonny Siaki slammed Amazing Red on the X Division title on the announcer's table.
And the announcer table did not break. So I still get screwed.
Bob will never get his Chipotle from me.
Yeah, this is some bullshit. I mean, even on the TNA 06 stuff I've been watching, they'll throw them into it, and the fucking table does not budge. It's got to be metal. It's got to be a metal table.
Well, I'm telling you, once they go to Orlando, that shit is made out of like plexiglass and metal. Yeah.
Yeah, it just does not budge.
Yeah, I really hate to break your heart, but that shit it's never going to break. We will never see that table break.
I don't get it, man.
Well, it's weird. It's such a weird thing, because in wrestling, it's a very common thing to happen.
Oh, yeah. Siaki just did a running somersault neck breaker for a 2 count here on Red in the ring.
Well,
Charles telling Siaki, hey man, it was 2.
Now that I say that about the table, though, you know where else I don't think I can see it happening?
AEW?
AEW. I don't think it's going to happen.
I could see it happening in AEW just because their table is by, at least where it is right now, it's over by the structure, like that rampway.
It's pushed back though.
Yeah, well, I could see some lunatic getting a head start on top of the fucking top of the stage and diving through the thing.
I'd be here for it, let me tell you.
Siaki with a super kick. I don't know if I'd be for it. That's dangerous.
Risk it all for me, baby.
Red kicks out. Well, as we're recording this, there's the AEW awards tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. You're not that excited about it.
I am. I voted.
You did?
Yeah, I got an email.
Wow.
Although I don't, and this isn't an AEW podcast, but their categories kind of sucked. And like their options weren't great.
Now, were you given an email because you're a broadcast journalist or what?
Well, of course, they know who I am.
Okay.
They know I have 2 podcasts.
You're very insightful on pro wrestling that's happened 20 to 25 years ago.
Yeah, so they're like, hey, you probably know some stuff. And then I'm like, well, sometimes I do. And other times I'm fucking clueless, but...
Yeah, you probably should have been like, if you were to ask me who Nikita Koloff was 2
God.
weeks ago, I'd have no idea who the fuck you're talking about.
That's not true. You're never going to let me live that shit down. I'm just going to pop no matter who it is now and be like, oh my God! As Red jumps off the top rope and does a tornado DDT to Siaki that was really nice. Crowd
is not a tornado DDT.
How is that not a tornado DDT?
Because it was more like a swinging STO flatliner thing.
Nah, I would
the
say
way that he held him.
I would say it was like a DDT, but okay, we'll take your word for it, Mr. Wrestling. Number 5. And
okay,
Red,
Mike Tenay, Mr. I can't call moves right. Whatever.
Oh.
Well, the crowd is popping huge for this.
And a lot of them are standing up.
Yep. That's how you know you got somebody that's over. His Desire holds his leg. Oh no.
Ah, shit.
Siakalypse. I should do it.
But he didn't hit. What's he call it? Siakalypse Unleashed or something?
Siakalypse now?
Siakalypse now. Whatever it was.
Red still kicks out.
Ooh, so I don't think we've had anyone kick out of that in a while.
I don't think so either. Jerry Lynn might have once, but I don't know.
Well, Siaki looked shocked, so that's what that... I don't think anyone's kicked out of that in a long time.
No.
He whips Red into the corner. Red gets a boot up, and then sort of flips over his back, kicks his leg. Red
Standing
Star
shooting star. Siaki kicks out again.
Red Star Press, Bob. Don't call
I'm
me
not putting...
You don't even know his name of his moves.
All right, fine. Here we go. Red is walking to the red top rope.
It is red, actually.
Yeah, that's why I said it. And then he's probably going to do... Oh, Siaki pulls the referee down. Oh, Desire. Red just got red tripped by Desire.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. What is this?
Oh! He's dead. Siakalypse now.
And that does it.
Well, shit. Now, I'm definitely surprised. But I like it for the reasons you said. I don't think he should have lost right after someone else from the team lost.
Yeah.
And what I do like about this is since it leaked out that he was going to lose, I kind of like that they didn't have him lose.
Well, yeah, you know what? I don't think Red's going to be the guy to beat him anyway. I think it's going to be Kid Cash.
Really?
Well, yeah, because there's kind of the Cash, Siaki, and Trinity Desire thing.
They got the feud going on. I think it would make sense. Red's back to his feet. And he's like, what? What do you mean I lost? And Desire's like, screw you. Oh, he just pushed her. Siaki ain't.
I think Red did that just so he could touch her boobs.
It kind of looked like that's what was happening. He is like eye level to him, but...
Yeah.
Here's Trinity and Kid Cash.
Here we go. Double
Thank
drop
God.
kicks.
Kid Cash has normal tights on. Oh my God.
Is that the first time?
I'm almost positive.
Hmm.
Wow, Trinity and Desire are wearing the same outfit, except Trinity cut her shirt in half.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, we do have a one-on-one match scheduled later tonight between Trinity and Desire, apparently.
Well, and you know who's probably favored to win that? It's Desire. Because Dawn Marie is no slouch.
Ain't that the truth?
Speaking of no slouches, Lollipop is no slouch when it comes to sucking on a lollipop or shaking her ass. And this
Mike
poor
Tenay
girl, we don't know.
Oh, Mike Tenay sat down and talked with Conan. But we got to go to the video package first to see him just come out and hit people with a kendo stick.
Yeah, like he's Sandman or something. Remember when the cop guy was laughing, couldn't keep a straight face?
Yeah, he's trying to walk him out, and he's like,
yeah. I wonder what his reasoning is to attacking these people. He's all sorts of pissed off, and there's that. What was his name? Burt Prentice.
Yeah, Burt Prentice. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he attacked Siaki when he was talking to Tony Schiavone. And he yelled at Tenay, and he's like, I want to talk to you next week. And then Tenay's like, okay. Even though you don't even work here. Did you see that? In the video package, they have him walking out, and they cut to Tenay making that face. He's like,
yeah. And here he is, sitting down with Conan. He's like, let's cut right to the chase. What are the reasons for the attacks? And number 2, why do you keep referring that Tenay knows what's going on in his head?
Well, Tenay, you're my therapist.
Look at those earrings. Oh, he's been paying his own plane ticket to come here every week. Well, so is everyone else in the locker room. Oh.
Okay, we get it.
Oh. Who main evented in a promotion that he probably owns part of in 97?
This guy is talking about shit that happened 6 years ago or later, putting himself over for how over he was in Mexico.
To be fair, he is the Mexican Hulk Hogan.
That's true. Now he's basically saying he was misused in WCW.
Why is this the story in every single person?
Every time.
You know why. The cooks came out of the kitchen.
This is ridiculous.
He's calling Mike Tenay a mark in Mexico. One of the best pay-per-views of all time, Worlds Collide.
Wasn't that from like 1994 or 96?
Well, it's considered one of the best of all time as of 2003, apparently, according to Conan. Oh, he's saying the X Division has stolen the Lucha Libre style, so he's pissed that the X Division has been corporately renamed. Oh. Holy shit. He just called Vince McMahon, I missed the other names, and Jerry Jarrett racist.
Yeah. Wow.
Didn't even beat around the bush with that one.
No.
Well, the people making money in boxing, he's saying, after Mike Tyson.
Wow. This guy.
Don't you think WWF and TNA would capitalize on the same demographic? Huh? Do you? Do you, TNA? You white son of a bitch?
Well, I mean, Rey Mysterio.
Well,
that's what WWE is doing.
Nope, he's son of a bitch. Screw you, TNA. It's your fault. Oh. wait, TNA says it'd be great to see the top luchadors from Mexico come to TNA. He goes, but this is no longer 96 WCW.
Wow.
Oh. They're not promoters, road agents, producers, bookers.
He's saying that Latinos don't get put in positions of power. They get pushed aside.
Mike Tenay's about to be like, it's not 96, but here in NWA-TNA, we give opportunities, so let's do it.
Yeah, this isn't WCW 96, but goddamn it, all of our storylines will be centered around WCW in the 90s.
Is this about to turn into what I think it's about to turn into?
What do you think it's going to turn into?
Like like a Super X Cup tournament?
I don't know if they do that in 03. I know that, dude.
No,
I think
there is one, isn't there?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's like
maybe it's not that early.
Yeah, I think it's like later in the year. Because it's weird, because I know you're right. They definitely do it in 03, and then they do it like 6 months later in 04. But it's on like 3 different shows. You just said that we're not going to get fucked over again. Here's Goldie.
Wow. Goldie catching Bob again. She talks to Bob more than anyone in the anything here. Like,
yeah, she does.
Let me tell you this, Goldie. Fix that goddamn poofy thing on the microphone because I can't do it because I'm sick of this tradition. Who's this? BG James. Dad, what are you worried about? You worried about this thing on my chin or no? Oh, the mic cut off. And the crowd's cheering.
The crowd's popping is the BG's worried about his father.
I got Dusty Rhodes on the scene, so don't you worry about that. Oh, they're playing his song. Yeah. He's got a surprise for BG James in the ring. What's it going to be?
It's going to be Dusty Rhodes.
Said he loves surprises, Goldie.
It's going to be Brad Armstrong. It's your other brother.
Representing Sports Entertainment Extreme.
See, now, I would imagine BG James was part of that Mafia thing, so I'm glad that he's not wearing the same fucking clothes.
Yeah. Oh, he's like, yeah, screw you. Yeah, it's an understatement, Tenay says. From his opponent from Chicago, Illinois. Who's that? Who is it, Bob? Tell us.
It's Tenacious Z. I couldn't tell if Dallas really didn't know who it was yet again. And I would have been like, are you fucking kidding me?
No, I knew who it was.
There's Athena.
She's got to take his leg for him. Look at she actually is.
That's awkward. Yeah. She was happy to catch his fake leg. That's right. He lost his left leg because of cancer. The crowd is giving him a standing ovation, it seems like.
And mind you,
like, what the hell is this?
His brother, Scott Armstrong, is the referee.
Yeah. Now, on Cage Match, it says that he's the special referee, but he's been the referee the entire time that the company's been run.
I was waiting to see if that was like the surprise, because I saw that as well, and I thought that was a really weird thing to have listed, but it's definitely on purpose that he's the ref.
I would imagine, yeah. BG's wondering if this is a rib. I don't know. Let's see. I wonder how Tenacious Z looks here. I don't remember how this goes or how he even looks.
I didn't know he wrestled on pay-per-view until we kind of just were reading about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think Zach Allen's pretty impressive.
For a one-legged guy. I mean, he's better than a lot of people that have 2 legs.
Right? It's kind of crazy. Oh. And he knows how to take a beating really good. I mean...
Oh, sure.
Of course, I grew up when Brock Lesnar absolutely destroyed him on SmackDown. So...
Yeah. We saw him a couple of times in 2CW. And
we did, and he was super nice.
Yeah.
And I remember once was a surprise because he came in with Gregory Iron as BG James clotheslines him down. He's had control pretty much the whole match here. And I have the WWE magazine with him on the cover, and I
I
brought
think
it.
I do too. Yeah.
I brought it because I think Joe mentioned that Zach Gowen's going to be there because I saw Gregory Iron post that he's traveling with him. I was like, oh, that's funny. So he kind of spoiled the surprise. So I pull out the magazine and he's like, what? He's like, how'd you know? How'd you know I was going to be here? It like,
Oh, Zach Gowen said that?
yeah, he couldn't believe it. And he couldn't believe I had the magazine like right then.
Oh, wow.
BG doing a stupid old dance. Z ducks the punch, does a like essentially a Pele kick. Mike Tenay called that a leg lariat, but okay.
Well, it was more of a heel kick. It wasn't even a Pele kick.
Yeah.
Springboard moonsault to the floor.
Real nice. Look, he's telling him to suck it.
The crowd is popping huge for this. We haven't gotten a lot of replays this week.
No, we haven't. Well, there's not been a lot of stuff to give replays to.
I was going to say. Really
Although, I got to say, we didn't really say it much, but I really didn't think Amazing Red and Siaki was bad. I thought it was a pretty entertaining match.
Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't bad. Probably one of Siaki's better matches.
I agree with that. BG's like, what's this, a rib? Yes, you've been wrestling for 10 minutes. It's a rib still.
Comes off the ropes with a big boot. Devastating.
Oh, absolutely devastating. He's going for a pin. Oh, he pulls his shoulder up, though.
Oh, he pats his brother on the cheek.
He's like, don't you touch me, Brian. Do not do that, Brian. I'm going to make a guess.
Is there not going to be a Scott Armstrong BG James match?
Well, I think it's fair to point out here is Bob tweeted at Scott Armstrong to ask him this, and he didn't answer, and I was really hoping he was going to answer you.
Yeah. They're definitely like teasing something here. Don't touch my
I'm going to tweet him that picture right there, him staring his face, and I'm going to say, when is the match happening? And Scott Armstrong slaps him. Oh, my God. Z rolled him up after the slap.
He didn't even give him a fast count. That was a true count there. What the fuck? All right, Scott Armstrong is with a low blow inside cradle. Tenacious Z with the win.
Look at that.
All right, so here's the thing about that. Oh, Raven.
Oh, my God. Yes, Raven. Yes.
I love how Scott Armstrong immediately bails. He's like, fuck this. I'm out of here.
He's trying to pull Z out.
Get him out of there. Well, so it looks like Sex has been losing quite a bit tonight.
Yes, Raven.
All right, Dallas, control yourself.
Oh, Raven says, remove that debris from my sight. He's got the microphone. He's got the sweet black eye makeup. I'm ready for this, man.
He's wearing a skirt.
I actually, I know last week I asked you, hey, did he ever wear the skirt on Heat? And you said yes. I actually just saw like a GIF of him wearing it, and I was like, oh shit, I kind of do remember seeing that at some point though.
Yeah. Oh, NWA World Title.
So you got to bring that to me right now.
Do it. Okay.
He's the Mere Gardener. I'm really enjoying the jacket he's wearing.
When are we going to get a Raven match?
I was going to ask you. I was kind of holding out for this week, but it doesn't seem like it's going to happen.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Pain. A brick on the road of horror. Dark Orders.
Whoa.
Talk about foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing.
Man, I remember when they showed Raven in the crowd at like Double or Nothing or something, and I was like, man, he should definitely lead the Dark Order.
He should definitely be part of it in some capacity.
He should be like, I don't know his name, so please forgive me. In the Dungeon of Doom, what's the old guy? Like, who is he supposed to be? His like dad or something?
Yeah.
That should be Raven of the Dark Order. Like, he's like the superpower guy who like controls them.
Yeah.
Hey, AJ Styles is out here. He walked out and told Raven to suck it with the title.
Yeah, so now these guys are feuding over the stolen NWA World Title.
Yeah, it does seem like that.
You stole it from me. I stole it from Jarrett. It's mine.
And Raven is talking in such great vocabulary. I don't even know how to repeat it because I don't understand half of what he's saying, and I love it.
Yeah, I don't either.
Oh, he just called him an arrogant little pussy.
Oh.
Quote the Raven, nevermore. Styles is like, you son of a bitch, I'm not a pussy. He runs down to the ring. Raven catches him with a knee, though.
Now they're going to be brawling, of course. Does Jeff Jarrett come out and take back his belt or what? Oh, that's right. He was abducted.
Oh, look at this. He's clawing at Styles' face. Oh, nice.
Kick by Styles. I'm telling you, I'm really interested in seeing a Styles Raven match.
Dude. This is like got my attention. Raven escapes out of the ring before Styles can come back at him, but he gets a baseball slide. It bounces off the guardrail.
You know, it's amazing to me that the WWE decided to do pretty much nothing with Raven.
Raven, I don't know. How could someone who's, I don't know. I feel like he's like super talented. He's a really good talker. He's got a great look, great character. How can you misuse someone like him so much?
Yeah, Raven with a clothesline after sending Styles into the corner. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously his ECW stuff is probably his best work in terms of character overall.
I mean,
for his first run.
Yeah. I mean, the TNA stuff with him really has a soft spot for me because I think that's where I saw the most of him.
Sure.
But I mean, his TNA stuff is like top notch. I mean, it's just as good as anything he does, I think.
I would say that he's certainly still in his prime at this point.
Absolutely. Is he low blow Styles now after they just were brawling back and forth with each other a little bit there?
I don't think he really gets out of his prime until like 2006. Because even 05 Raven.
Well, 05 stuff is still pretty good.
He just like, I guess he's snapping his fingers here. Or he's trying to. And if we've learned anything from Jason Cross, that could mean that AJ's out for several weeks. Who's this? Oh, Zbyszko.
Oh, Zbyszko with a chair.
But Raven's got the belt back.
Possession, 9/10 of the law.
Yeah. You know what? I got a prediction for you, Dallas.
Sorry, I was trying to listen to Don West. He says it's hard to see, but it seems like Raven may have done some serious damage to Styles' hand.
My prediction is that there's going to be a ladder match between Raven and AJ Styles.
Okay.
For the championship that neither one of them hold.
That would be absolutely ridiculous, but I would be totally here for it.
That is my prediction. And then they'll wrestle for 15 to 20 minutes. And Jeff Jarrett will run out and he'll take the belt and be like, guys, I'm the champion. And then he'll run away.
Okay, we're going to try to get an update from Jeff Jarrett. Goldilocks with Bob Armstrong again, I think he just said. Goldie, can you hear us? Oh, we haven't seen them in a while. Bob Armstrong talking with the New Church, yeah. Bitch, I got no news, he just says. Look, Goldie's freaked out, because mind you, she told us on our podcast that she did get some weird vibes from Father James Mitchell.
Well, he does have his hands on his shoulders.
Well, yeah.
Now, how come they're not brawling with New Church? They had like a blood feud.
They're okay now. Well, Wolfie D is feeling okay. I mean, Slash.
That's right.
It was a joke, but. Oh, they're gonna have a match tonight. You thought it was over. Just kidding.
Wow.
See.
You got it. You've got your match.
So America's Most Wanted is getting a title match at some point, it says, even if they lose against apparently the New Church tonight.
Hey, David Flair. Yeah. Jerry Lynn. All right. Mike Sanders. I don't know if I'd say Mike Sanders is a top star, nor do I say David Flair, but that's okay. And then Ron Killing's doing the booby dance.
Oh, whoa. That's a weird little thing. Okay, now we're getting a video
some hype
package.
video. So I got an interesting tidbit for you.
Okay.
So back in 2010, Impact had one of their highest ratings with a 1.2 back in 2010, right?
Okay.
Well, Monday Night Raw, apparently, this past week, got a 1.5.
There you go.
If Impact had just waited 10 years.
I know. We could have had it.
It would be a Monday Night War.
Well, I'll tell you what. If it was 2010, even though half of the shit they were doing was absolute trash, if that shit was on TV right now, I think a lot more people would be watching that than what is happening on Raw, because Raw is absolute garbage. Garbage.
No, absolutely. I remember the I kind of feel like the trend, it's always been the trend with TNA, is that, especially in 2010, there was like 900 angles going on.
Yeah.
Like, it was the definition of crash TV. But I think that's always been the case with TNA.
It does. I mean, if what we're watching is any indication, yeah.
Yeah.
But, that's okay. Maybe that's why I liked it so much. I don't know. Maybe I really like Crash TV.
Probably. You are a Russo Mark.
I'm starting to be.
Now, we had just gotten a hype video that was really kind of focusing on the issues between Killings and Lynn. Here is David Flair, who's got that burlap sack of something.
Yeah, it's probably a tray, but David Flair's like sex, baby. Whoa.
I like his gear.
Now, if I was David Flair, I just noticed his gear. I was going to wait to comment on it, but it's ridiculous.
It's pretty bad.
If I was David Flair, I'd be coming out and being like, yeah, well, I had sex with Stacy Keibler, so.
Oh my God, yeah. What are we waiting for?
You want to get heel heat?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's what you got to do.
I wonder if he broke up with her. Because I would mention that too. I'd be like, I'm the guy that broke up with Stacy Keibler.
Like Sanders.
Well for him. Oh, I thought he was hurt.
So did I. I was like, wait, when did he get punched?
They have like matching gear.
His Mike Sanders gear is fucking awful.
Well, he's matching with David Flair's awful gear, so it makes sense.
Is it the same thing? Is he wearing the singlet too?
I don't know if it's a singlet, but it's like the same color scheme and everything.
Yeah. Oh, they got to rub that in deep. He's a former NWA heavyweight champion. Yeah.
Have you seen the clip when Lillian Garcia calls Triple H a former champion and he runs to the ring and chases her away?
I don't know if I have or not.
It's pretty funny. I think it's like 2005.
That makes sense.
He goes, and coming to the ring is former world champion. And Triple H is like, what the fuck did you say? And he runs to the ring during his entrance.
So this is an elimination 4-way match for, I don't think, any reason. I don't know what this match is for. Jerry Lynn and Ron Killings are kind of looking at each other like, do I even trust you? And Sanders is kind of egging him on. Flair's like, yeah, bro. It looks like it's about to be a 4 corners match, though, because David Flair is going to the outside.
Yeah, I guess there'd be tags.
Okay.
We've passed the 1 hour mark. We're at 1 hour, 1 minute, and 27 seconds. Just for our semi-regular time checks here. Sanders and Lynn starting off. I've immediately lost interest in this, knowing that I have Mike Sanders and David Flair in the ring.
I keep hope. Jerry Lynn's here. He's wearing purple. We're on a roll.
I do like the purple.
Oh, look at here we go. Whoa! Oh man, he slipped, but that was still pretty impressive.
I'm gonna blame Mike Sanders for that.
Absolutely, arm drag to Sanders, another arm drag, and now he's got him he's locking him up. He's hurting him, but Sanders getting back to his feet.
Eye rake there. Now here comes David Flair, and David Flair awkwardly tags in and then is taken over with an arm drag.
These 4 have been in a match for this past like 2 or 3 weeks, like all together. So it's kind of wearing me out a little bit.
Well, yeah, and I don't really know what the feud is here. As Lynn delivers an arm breaker.
Because last week it was the 2 singles matches, and then the week before, didn't they all have a tag match?
I think they've been in a tag match before, yeah.
Let me confirm.
I think you're right.
Because that would be on pay-per-view 29. Let's see.
Lynn just aggressively tagged Killings into the match.
Yes, they did have a tag team match on January 22nd. So yeah, 2 weeks 2 weeks ago. They've all fought each other for 3 weeks now. This is the 3rd week in a row. That's a lot.
Well, I kind of feel like this is kind of a de facto tag match because I don't really see Sanders and Flair wrestling each other, right?
I don't. So yeah, it's essentially a tag team match.
Yeah, it would kind of defeat the purpose.
They even kind of have it set up as one.
Well, Lynn
Flair
was originally in the far right corner, but then he switched over.
Same with Sanders and stuff, though. He switched over as well. So yeah. It's kind of weird.
And now, is David going to go? Okay, because David started off in the other corner.
Yeah. Well, because Lynn's across from him, so that might be weird if he stood. I don't know. This is weird.
They're switching corners in the middle of the match.
Axe kick by Ron
Scissors kick.
It's an axe kick, Bob.
An axe kick is when he jumps up.
What?
The side of his leg.
He just did an axe kick.
No. Booker T's axe kick is when he's standing up and then he does like a twirl spin.
No, that's a leg lariat.
No, a leg lariat's when you're jumping and it's like a clothesline, but with your leg.
You don't have to be jumping. Oh.
Now what was that?
It was a kind of a drop kick.
The fucking heel kick. This guy. What the fuck?
Well, to be fair, with a drop kick, you hit him. That was hard to see, though. Give me a break for that one.
I know. And Mike Sanders wasn't very graceful with it.
So. No, he wasn't. It was awful.
No. Now I want to point out, now Mike Sanders has switched over to the far left corner, and Jerry Lynn hasn't switched over to the far right. So they're kind of like next to each other.
No, they don't care where they stand in this match. It literally
I don't understand it.
Mind you, this is still an elimination match. We have to go through 3 eliminations to find a winner.
Oh, damn it. I forgot about that.
Chances that it ends up being Killings and Jerry Lynn at the end? Yeah, I mean, I could see it happening.
That's a good question, yeah.
Sanders back, and he's wearing white. If he shit his pants right now, he'd be in a lot of trouble.
I wouldn't put it past them. I kind of feel as if, sadly, kind of with how this show is going, that one of the guys on Sex have to probably win this. Just so that they kind of get some momentum. I know they've abducted Jeff Jarrett, but...
How much more momentum do you need? They probably brought Jarrett into his limo on the outside or something stupid like that. Who knows? He's probably literally sitting out in a car. Oh, shit.
Okay, so
Lynn just clotheslined Killings, sort of an accident, sort of on purpose?
Yeah. I mean, he definitely had a chance to not get a running head start and do it. So,
I think Sanders ducked it, and so he hit Killings, but he definitely could have stopped.
What a great strut by David Flair.
I'm telling you.
Fantastic.
You would never know who his dad was if you didn't know.
Never.
And you'd be like, wait, is this like a fake Flair? Is he just using the name to get over?
Right. Tricking everybody. Oh, chopping away on Ron the Truth Killings.
Whoa.
A former U.S. champion and WCW Tag Team Champion, as they do a double down here on a clothesline.
I've never seen a more athletic contest here. As they're all laying down.
The crowd is silenced again. I want to point out that so far tonight, Vince Russo, Tenacious Z, and Amazing Red have really been the only guys to get any real crowd reaction.
Did the Raven Styles thing too much? I couldn't really hear.
No, yeah, that did.
Because I was really mostly listening to him talk, so I couldn't really hear much of a reaction. But I feel like that had to. I mean, those were our high points if you think about it.
Yeah. Lynn
eked out
almost
the
just
show.
won with a sit-down powerbomb here on Sanders. I would say that Raven and Styles at this point is the most interesting feud.
100%. Well, the thing is, Jerry Lynn, and really Ron Killings for that matter, should be in better stuff. Lynn was having, 4-star matches, every couple weeks, and he was killing it in the X Division, and now he's doing this match with David Flair, Sanders, and Killings. It's this.
Yeah.
This isn't a good spot for Lynn.
No, I mean if you're gonna elevate Styles to your main event scene as Sanders has backdropped Killings to the floor, that Jerry Lynn should probably be in the same type of area. And
Maybe
we've
that's
mentioned it could, yeah. But I mean we've mentioned too here's Jorge Estrada. What is he doing?
He's on the top rope though.
Whoa. Missile dropkick like Sanders. How does the referee not see this shit?
I don't know. That was a pretty nice missile dropkick, and that gives Jerry Lynn the count on Mike Sanders to eliminate him as David Flair goes for a running lariat there.
But what was this? I was saying, though, we've mentioned it before that the TNA main event scene has been kind of bland and not very interesting.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to maybe incorporate Styles and Lynn to go along with Raven coming in. Kind of add some steam there.
Mm-hmm. This is definitely setting up for Lynn and Killings in the end, I think.
I mean, at this point.
Now that it's David Flair, come on. And, Lynn missing a dropkick because Flair held on to the top rope.
What did he just do? Did he just do a weird woo?
Yeah, I think that's what that just was.
Whoa! I don't know what the hell that was about. It's going for the figure 4 on Jerry Lynn. Oh, no. Jerry Lynn gets the inside cradle and he pins David Flair. So Dallas was right. It's going to be Ron Killings and Jerry Lynn.
Holy shit.
Well, Ron Killings just murdered Rudy Charles with a flying forearm.
And these two aren't even waiting. They're just going at it. Lynn's like, okay. Well,
fuck.
David Flair just nailed Lynn in the back of the head with the burlap sack thing. And then Killings did his front-facing suplex.
The truth or consequences.
Is that what he calls that one?
Yeah.
And Killings won.
That sounded like a chair shot.
Dude, he hit him hard with that.
Yeah.
So they're saying too many coincidences. They think they're almost hinting at the fact that Killings might have switched sides.
I don't think so. You have to keep some upper main event good guys. You can't just have Jarrett.
Well, they want to be the cool bad guys, so you got to take some of them, right? Oh, Lynn's pissed.
Well, see, now Killings was helping him up.
Lynn pushed him away. I think next week these two are going to have a singles match. Pushing back at each other, yelling. Kiss him.
I think you're right. Kiss him, he says.
They were wicked close to each other. Lynn trying to grab him again.
Referees, that's what you do when you have an intense conversation.
You get right an inch away. Yeah, 1 inch away from their face.
Yeah.
Don West says, I got to know what's in that bag.
Well, he should go find out. Bobby Heenan would, because he's a broadcast journalist.
Just like I am. That's why I voted on an award show. That's just what I do. What's Jarrett's location? His condition? He's taken from the ring from masked guys who ended up just being Sports Entertainment Extreme, so it was not as exciting as it sounds.
No, and they didn't really hide it either. Oh, Triple X was with Goldie here. Elix, Low Ki. There's no Daniels.
What the heck is that? Well, they do have the NWA Tag Team titles, remember?
Yeah, they do.
What? You don't know nothing about robbery, so you got to hang out with me, and I'll teach you about robbing. And now Elix Skipper is singing? That's right, Goldie. We're family. And I also don't think masks helped in pandemics. But what do I know? I'm an NWA Tag Team Champion.
Is that really his voice, or is he overdoing it?
No, I think it is. Hey, Sonny Siaki's here. And look, he's like giving her looks. Maybe they're onto something.
Who knows?
Oh.
Wow. As they zoom in on her fucking boobs.
Yeah, Desire said that's the worst boob job I've ever seen. They're supposed to be pointing up rather than down. So they zoom in on both of their chests. Oh my God. She's gonna love that tweet.
Yeah, she is. Goldilocks gave her the finger and then called her a bitch. It's time for Desire against Trinity. Fantastic.
Look at her get on the rope. Yeah, woo! I lost to Don Marie.
You know, it's kind of funny because she's acting as if the crowd is cheering for her, which is clearly part of her heel act. But it comes across as if she really thinks they like her.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Trinity runs right down to the ring. She doesn't even flex her muscles. She just is here. She's ready to go.
She's fired up. She just got her nameplate and she was in the ring. Oh, I thought somebody was about to attack her. It's just Kid Cash.
Kid Cash is like, listen, you're stronger than me. I know it, but it's fine. You got this. There's a big Athena sign. Get her in the ring.
But you know what?
This isn't Don Marie.
I think it's amazing that this crowd continues with Athena signs, and then TNA is still like, you know what? Nah, we're not going to really use her.
Look, Kid Cash mocking Desire ringside right now. Oh, what up? And he gets a slap. As Trinity runs to the outside. He's like, yeah, she went that way. As if
well, how would he not? Oh, my fucking God. Okay, so Trinity was just chasing after Desire. And let me tell you, she did not slip and fall on a banana peel. No, she got fucking drilled by a Sonny Siaki, like, super kick right in the face.
Dude, holy shit. He just murdered Trinity ringside.
How is she already up? She's not even selling that. Well, now she's selling it because she's in the ring, but she got up pretty quick from that.
I couldn't even believe that. Desire gets a 2 count. She's like, damn it, you are as tough as Dawn Marie. I couldn't beat her, and apparently I can't beat you either. Slams her down. Gives her a concussion like she did to Goldilocks a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
She's like, yeah, I'm in sex. What about it?
How do you feel about her? Like, how do you feel about her bedazzled top?
You know, I didn't hate it at first, but I look at it more and I really hate it.
I'm not a fan of it. It looks like a 14-year-old's art class project.
Oh yeah, everyone else has like the official shirt on with the logo, and she's like, Vince, can I bedazzle mine?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Whatever, bro. Whatever you want to do, bro.
Whatever, bro. Bro, I'm not even looking at your shirt, bro. I'm looking at your fucking tits, bro. Yeah, it's TNA, listen, bro."
Desire, how about this? You put Trinity in a headlock like that, and then she's gonna reach up and she's gonna grab your shirt, bro, and she's gonna expose your breasts, okay? And then that bedazzle is gonna go everywhere. No one's even gonna remember it was on, okay? Yeah, she's like, how about you? I just call out Goldie for having fake boobs, and then have them say, no, mine are better because they're perkier than yours. And then we're gonna zoom in on them, and everyone's gonna boo me.
And then we're gonna have Athena come out, bro, and you're gonna try to take off her pants, bro. But like, I'm not gonna tell her that you're gonna do that, bro. And then it's not gonna happen, bro.
Trinity, springboard crossbody, going for a cover. No. Bring back Raven.
We need to have a TNA Women's Championship.
We probably could use a couple more than 2 women at that point, but I mean,
yeah, so you only need 2 people for a championship.
Oh yeah, but then what's the title? It's gonna be like Bertha Faye and Alundra Blaze in '95. It's gonna be like,
Yeah.
okay, they're gonna fight once every 5 months, and
Yes. 100%. And
then well,
technically, Dallas, we really have about 5 because there's Desire, there's Trinity, there's Athena,
yeah,
and there's the 2 Cage girls. So there's 5.
okay. I'll give you that. You're not
So,
wrong.
and Goldilocks if she wanted to actually wrestle.
No,
Just
you're
saying.
right. Hey, well, if you guys just stick around for a couple more years, we will have a Knockouts title eventually.
But yeah, when does that come around? Like 08?
It's '07 or '08. I can't remember the exact time, but Siaki's now kicking Trinity ringside.
Right in the ribs. Yeah, it
Kid
does take a
Cash,
long time before we get a Knockouts championship.
which I still think is a fucking awesome name for a women's division.
Well, they changed it to women's, right? Now it's not Knockouts anymore?
No, it's Knockouts.
Oh, it is still?
Yep.
Okay.
And actually, I think recently someone, I can't remember who, got asked, like, hey, don't you think that name is, like, kind of not appropriate anymore? And they're like, no.
See, that's why I thought that was that like it got switched because of the climate, social climate.
No, it still exists.
I don't think Knockouts is bad.
I think it's awesome because it means, like, I take it as multiple things. Like, it means different things.
You're good looking, but you're also able to kick ass.
Exactly. And I think it's awesome.
It's certainly better than like Divas.
Absolutely. So it does look like it was announced in September 2007 that they were starting an official women's division.
Okay.
And it looks like
Oh my god, this
they began to promote a 10 knockout gauntlet match to be held October 14th, 2007 at TNA's Bound for Glory to crown the first ever TNA Women's Champion. They eventually changed the name in 2008 to the TNA Women's Knockout Championship. And then in 2010, it was simply known as the TNA Knockouts Championship.
Okay. Well, as you were reading that, I think you might have missed Desire trying to do chops to Trinity against the ropes, but she wouldn't do it because she didn't have her arms against the ropes, so she just stood there on 2 times.
Damn it.
Before Trinity countered.
Well, the thing that sucks is that they're clearly wanting to put Desire over here, but like the difference is that Trinity can work really good, at least from what we've seen from her. She's much more athletic than Desire is.
Oh my god, yeah.
And so
I can't believe that this match is still happening.
She's trying to toss Trinity to the floor and gets caught on the second rope, but she fell out, and now Siaki's going after her again.
Powerbomb her through the table, Siaki, do it. Oh, is he
pulling her
mocking
hair.
Oh, I thought he was mocking like a blowjob.
I sort of. Oh, is he stepping on her hands? Is that what he's doing?
I don't know.
Doing the girl move where you step on their hands and pull their hair.
I don't know. He might have been.
Kid Cash is pissed. Here he comes. Scott Armstrong.
There's only one guy that can pull a woman's hair, and it's me, Kid Cash.
Oh my god.
Siaki just slammed Trinity face first onto a chair at ringside. Well, yeah, Don, she hasn't deserved this, but she is wrestling Desires. We're trying to help her out.
I can't believe how much Sonny Siaki is like beating on Trinity in this match.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Oh, here we go. They're redoing the spot.
Maybe Trinity. Yeah, that's better. Maybe Trinity will win the X Division Championship.
I don't know, dude. She's not bad. I wish I could say I'd be against that, but
Russo
I think
does like to put like cruiserweight titles on women. So
I think she could go with some of the cruiserweight guys. Why not?
Well, I think she's proven that.
Look at this counter.
The fuck?
Whoa, Northern Night suplex. That was nice.
That was really good.
Siaki almost jumped in the ring to break up the pin.
That was a nice transition move there.
Yeah, it really was.
Desire slapping her around. Kick to the back of the head. Inseguri. Kind of a sloppy looking heel kick, but that's okay.
That's okay. It works.
Clothesline. I mean, even the way that she takes bumps in regard to Desire just shows you that she's not.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, she's not graceful.
Oh God, what is this? Oh, she's going for a monkey flip, but it looks like Kid Cash was holding Trinity's tight, so she couldn't do it. Trinity to the top rope. Moonsault, nice.
Siaki was going to break up the cover, but he slipped on purpose. It looked like. So Trinity with the win. Cash had held her tights to avoid the monkey flip, and that led to the finish. I mean, is Siaki the only guy to have won a match tonight for sex or what?
I think so, but that also sort of makes sense.
Yeah, it does, but I don't know.
Replay with the moonsault there. She's got a really great moonsault.
She's the master of the moonsault. Don't you know that?
And look at him. There he is, master of the Hurricane Rana, letting us know. They got their tag team taunt ready to go. Okay, so we're at an hour 23 and 50 seconds now. Oh. Okay, so it's Triple X defending the titles against the New Church tonight. I think that's pretty exciting. That's a good main event.
Well, I like that we found that out 1 hour and 24 minutes into the show.
Well, I do think that might have been mentioned during that interview where America's Most Wanted said they wanted a shot. So I think what that was said is they're going to get the shot no matter who wins the match, even though they were supposed to be finished with the New Church. Is kind of what I got from that.
Well, I'm still taking it as if we just found out right now.
Okay, we'll take it as that. Not sure how accurate that is, though.
Well, I don't care. That's how I'm taking it. That's when I heard it, so yeah. Oh, yo. Oh, yo. Oh, yo. All right, well, I guess these guys are kind of baby faces now.
I would say, yeah. I mean,
I'm interested to see how this is going to work out against guys like Skipper and Low Ki. Two different styles.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I think we got this, and then I'm hoping we're going to at least figure out something new about Jarrett at the end of the show.
Well, I'm sure we are going to. There's no way this match is going to go over 25 minutes.
You wouldn't think so. Okay, they were showing the dancers as if they were about to come out at the stage, and I was like, no way, right?
I think they forgot that these guys came through the crowd.
Low Ki and Elix Skipper, two members of Triple X.
Skipper looking shredded.
Oh.
Was that Slash? Yeah, Slash is doing a suicide dive.
I almost thought it was Brian Lee, and I was like,
that's what I thought.
So yeah, Slash dove out to Triple X on the outside, and now they're doing the traditional New Church brawl around ringside, throw him against other guardrails, slap him, kick him, whatever.
Break the announcer table. Come on. Come on, Slash.
Oh my God, he's chucking chairs and almost hit Mike Tenay. Oh my God, look.
Brian Lee just slammed Low Ki on the table, and the table did not budge. Give me a break.
I'm telling you, dude, it's just not going to happen.
I think Shane McMahon could leap off the top rope and do an elbow drop onto the table, and it would not break.
And the table would stiff him.
Yeah.
Slash has just moved the steel steps over, so who knows what he's about to do with those. Oh my God, look at. Bob, I told you.
Fucking kidding. Okay, Slash just ran off. He just jumped off the ring steps after a running head start, elbow drop Low Ki on the announce table, and it did not budge.
It didn't even move.
Oh my God. This is
If that's not
incredible.
proof that what is that table made out of? That it literally doesn't move or break or anything.
Dude, he just slammed Skipper on the table again. It's not even cracked or anything.
Mike
Tenay-
Tenay and Don West are flipping out. Tenay's like, we need to get some control.
He's flipping out. We need some help. Slash has got Low Ki on the ramp here for another. Oh, like a Michinoku driver.
Nice.
This is just straight carnage. This isn't bad.
No, this is good. I needed this.
Well, yeah, the last show in 3 quarters has been kind of boring. Skipper and Lee are in the crowd.
Oh, Slash getting Irish whipped against the guardrail here.
Is this like a no disqualification match or what?
Did the bell even officially ring?
No, I don't think so. Skipper just threw Lee onto the announce table as well, and it did not break still.
Oh, here we go.
Lee's the biggest guy in the match.
Skipper and Lee are in the ring while Low Ki and Slash are trading chops on the guardrail.
And he slams him into the steps there face first. So I think Skipper and Lee are probably the legal men now.
I would say yes.
I still don't remember a bell ever happening.
I'm wondering if the bell happened when that dive happened, but I can't remember now. Too much just happened.
I don't remember. Because the music was still playing, and I think people were kind of going nuts for it.
Yeah.
Skipper choking Lee with his knee. So what's probably going to happen now is it's going to slow down.
Well, yeah, I feel like got to at least a little. Over the head, belly to belly by Brian Lee. Just Skipper. Dropping an elbow down on him. He goes to tag and Slash. Yeah, so he must have had a bell. We're back to regular tag style here.
Yeah, I was not expecting an overhead belly-to-belly suplex by Brian Lee right there.
No, but I liked it.
Yeah.
At least he did a move. And then Low Ki gets tagged in by Skipper. Runs, Slash picks him up. Low Ki gets out. Chop. Double chop. Double chop again.
Chop.
Chop.
Chop. Kick. Chop.
Forearm. Chop. Kick. Basically, this is a Low Ki match. If you didn't know.
Yeah, I mean that's how it goes.
Uppercut. Irish whip. Oh, reverse. Oh.
What the fuck? Was that like a press slam turned into a DDT?
It kind of looked like it to me, yeah.
Yeah.
We're over the hour and 30-minute mark. We're about to be at the hour and 31-minute mark, so not too much time left here.
There's definitely going to be a closing segment, I would imagine.
That's okay. I hope it's going to be good.
Well, I mean, we got to find out what happened to Jeff Jarrett.
We need to know at least something.
They're not going to drag that out for a week. I think Vince Russo is incapable of it.
Low Ki, Jesus, going for a springboard kick, but he landed instead because Slash ducked it, and now he looks like he tweaked his knee. Probably playing possum, if I had to guess. Oh, he tripped the referee. Yeah, he definitely is.
So that'd be a yes. Disaster kick.
What did they call that back in 2003?
Did you just say Return of the Dragon?
Oh, is that what he calls that?
I don't know. Skipper with a clothesline. To Slash. Brian Lee just hang it out.
Oh, Skipper talking trash to Lee getting in the ring. Okay, so Skipper's got him in the corner. Kick him. He's probably going to take Low Ki in a second. Do a little double team action. Nope, Skipper got out of the ring, so never mind.
I wonder if Christopher Daniels is in Japan.
Oh.
Or was he in that militia thing? Who knows?
Yeah, but you already showed us Disco and Russo in the attire. So like you already killed off any like fun that we were gonna have with that.
That's true.
Unless
Skipper and Key are doing a bunch of quick tags here.
And they're giving Slash, what do they call that? In the video game, it was like a face wash. You rub your boot against his face.
Yeah.
Now this is a little different for the new church. Usually they don't have people controlling them like this in a match.
Well, usually they're not actually wrestling.
Oh, that's a good point as well. Yeah.
It's just continuous brawling.
Oh, rope.
Don West has been looking forward to this match all day.
Wow. Really, Don? That makes one of us. We didn't know it was happening until apparently 10 minutes ago. So
yeah, I know. Well, I got the format sheet earlier today.
They're saying this is standing room only, even though I believe we've had more than what is in the building in there before. So we'll take it, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's rustling for you.
Yeah.
There could be 80 people in there, and TNA would be like, there is over 4,000 people in the audience here today.
No, they know there's not 4,000. They're not that bad.
Well, I would do that. If I ran my own independent company and I was in a high school gym and it could only fit 250 people, I'd be like, all right, guys. On commentary, I want you to say that there's over 1,500 people here. I don't give a fuck.
1,500.
Why not? Oof. Remember that Excite show we went to and that guy had all of his frat friends in there, and when his match was over, all 90 of them left?
I wish I could forget it.
That was great.
Look at Low Ki. Oh, he's got the Dragon Clutch in on Slash, but Slash is standing.
That doesn't appear to be very fun.
Not for either one of them, I don't think. I mean, that doesn't... Oh, he's out of it, though. Oh, you can do an arm bar. Oh, Low Ki's busted on the mouth.
I was going to say, yeah, he's definitely bleeding.
Oh, shit, I thought he was about to call for the bell, but it's Brian Lee was coming in. They didn't even tag. He just did a switch out.
And you know what? They look very similar. Oh, okay, Andrew Thomas could tell.
He caught it. Oh, wait, he was like, oh, they must have tagged. He's letting it go.
It's bullshit, but when it happens to the babyface team, they're like, no, you didn't do it. So the referee trusts the heels, but he doesn't trust the babyfaces.
I think that shit's funny when they're like, oh, yeah, we heard the tag. Okay, tag.
Right. Well, I like it when heel teams could easily tag, but then they just do like the clap.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what the hell? Just tag each other. But then I guess you wouldn't be heels if you do it.
Yeah, you can't do it clean way, yeah. Skipper going for a pin and a kick out by Slash. There's no way we get new tag team champions, right? I can't see them losing already.
No, not to the new church.
I'm
surprised this is the main event, to be honest with you.
I am too, but I think they knew that it was going to be a pretty decent match. Ew. Oh, God. Low Ki's like spitting his blood, like as he's breathing heavy, is dripping down his mouth. It was nasty. What I was going to say when we were talking about the crowd size is that I'm looking forward to the point where we get to where, so when we see some bigger names, like, I don't know, like Sting, I want to know how many people are going to be in the building on those shows. I'm really looking forward to how many people can they actually fit into this building.
I think you'd be surprised. I don't think it's a lot.
I don't think it's going to be a lot more than our top numbers, but I think it's going to be fun to kind of see how many extra are they going to squeeze in.
I think the most I've ever seen, like reported, was 1,400.
I didn't think it'd go over 15 at that. Put it that way.
Yeah. And I know when they go to the Impact Zone for at least a little while, it's like 950.
Yeah.
And then they expand it at some point to like 1100 or something like that.
Low Ki missed the kick, but then he just drop kick Slash.
The crowd is chanting for Evil.
Yeah, Don West is like, where are we? The Twilight Zone?
Well,
Look at
Slash
that.
catching Low Ki coming off the top rope.
Slash and burn?
Oh, man. Is he going to do it?
Yes.
Yep. Wow.
It's a slash and burn.
I'm honestly shocked that the new church is getting such a positive reaction.
It's cool, though. I like it. You know what? I got to say, we really shit on Brian Lee. I feel like when he made his debut in the new church, it's grown on me.
I think that's right. Tanae just said that this place is going to explode when Brian Lee gets the hot tag, and he got the hot tag, and I think 6 people went nuts for it.
Yeah, it wasn't very many, but
no. Press slam, Low Ki into Skipper. Oh, Low Ki ducks a clothesline, but he doesn't duck a kick to the midsection. Scoop and slam.
he's gonna go for that top rope knee drop potentially. No, he's picking up Low Ki. Ooh, choke slam.
Can you hit it?
Holy shit. Oh, Low Ki squirming to the outside.
Yeah,
he got to the top rope.
Fighting off with some elbows, kicks from the middle rope.
Look at the ref. Watch James Mitchell holding
Yeah,
Low Ki's
what is he
foot.
doing? He's clearly interfering. That should be a disqualification.
Oh my god, look how these guys are.
There.
Oh!
What the fuck? Skipper just hit him with a chair.
He was about to choke slam Ki off the top rope while he was on like the bottom or second.
2. Oh, Lee kicks out.
Okay, I hate to say it, but the crowd did not give a shit about that, and they were trying to go for those pops that they were getting with America's Most Wanted all the time with the close calls.
I think at some point you kind of get burnt out from close calls.
Well, especially when it's the same people. I mean, it's the new church. They've already done that with them.
Yeah. Well, the same people, the same spots. You kind of get numb to it.
The ref's like,
what is he doing? Oh, Slash is countering. Or what is it called?
Is that the slash and burn?
I don't know. He just did a reverse DDT elbow drop thing.
No,
The referee was just standing there, and he's like, "Oh, you're pinning him. 1, 2, for a kick out."
I gotta look. Oh, I believe that was the slash face, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
The slash and burn is definitely the spinny one.
The whirly bird, yeah.
Yeah.
Low Ki with some chops here on Slash. Sends him into the corner. Gonna do a handspring. Oh, okay. Slash just like powerbombed him out of the corner, but he collided with Andrew Thomas. Andrew Thomas slid to the floor.
That was a pretty good ref bump.
It was.
It looked like it actually was accidental.
Yeah. Slash avoided a tag shot by Skipper, but he got thrown to the floor.
Oh.
Ooh, Skipper the low blow to Brian Lee.
Kind of like one of those behind the back, like secret ones, even though the ref's on the floor, but whatever.
Yeah. Ooh.
What was Skipper about to go for?
A moonsault to no one.
Brian Lee was on literally the other side of the ring.
No. What is this? Slash has got Skipper. Oh!
They're fucking up the finish. Okay. A lot to unpack, right? What just happened?
Yeah, a lot happened.
Okay, so Slash did that neck breaker off the top rope to Skipper, whose leg was hooked in like the Trio Woe, and that was nasty. And then
he did not tear his knee,
dude, I'll
never know. That was gross.
Okay, and now we had 2 referees out. The one got up, whoever it was, I can't remember. And then, so we got Rudy Charles and Andrew Thomas counted a pin, 1 for Slash and 1 for Low Ki. And so but they paused on it.
Are you fucking kidding me? What's this? Oh, here's AMW. They're going after.
Apparently, they're
Triple H.
holding up the titles. That's what Scott Armstrong decided. They're holding up the
Yeah.
tag team titles. That makes no sense at all, but okay.
Yep. Here comes the militia guys.
Wait, but these ones are still masked. So who are they? Are they the Harris brothers? Yes.
It looks like the Harris brothers to me.
Now, the Harris brothers are probably used to being under a mask. Usually it's not a black mask.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
Fuck. Okay, so it's a brawl. We're about to see some sort of tag team shit happening.
So, I'm confused. If it's a double pin, it should just be a draw.
Should be a draw, and guess what? The champions keep the belts. They weren't defeated.
I'll tell you right now, there better not be a fucking tournament for the goddamn tag belts now.
Look at Russo in the helmet.
Well, he's smart. Skipper and Storm? Storm just, or is that Harris? I think that's Harris. Harris just sent Skipper into the railing.
Harris brothers beating the crap out of Brian Lee. I mean, it's just a mess right now. Even TNA goes, I guess that's one of the Harris brothers.
It's gotta be. No one else is fucking 6'9". I don't understand why they're masked and wearing camo. I don't understand that.
I don't understand. That finish was so fucked. Like, they waited. The one referee was waiting to get down. Waiting to start his count while he was already down.
Right.
Because the other referee didn't even get on the ground to start a count yet.
Yep. Yeah, it was bad.
You can tell that Don, which one's Don, because he's fatter.
Oh, I never knew that.
Oh, he's the one who always wears the shirt when he wrestles. He's the more out of shape one.
Oh, right. The security one.
Yes, that's Don. Heavy D, if you will.
Right. What's Ron's name? Like, it's Heavy D, and then what's Ron? Is Ron just Ron?
Big Ron.
Big Ron.
No, I don't know. Big Ronnie. The Masked Assassin. Okay, there's a cop now. All of a sudden, there's a cop.
Well, if I was a cop, I'd be concerned too. I got two masked guys beating up other people.
The militia.
Right. Oh, Jerry Lynn's out here now. He's going after Low Ki.
Okay, so there's a lot going on. We just crossed the hour 45 minute mark. We're at hour 45 and 10 seconds.
Are they going to drag this out for the next 15 minutes?
I really, really hope not.
AMW just ran somebody out.
Why is Don Harris just sitting down on the bleachers?
Slash, I'm just here watching the show, man. What are you talking about? I wasn't doing nothing.
America's Most Wanted looks like they don't know what to do.
I don't think any of them know what to do.
Look, James Mitchell. Oh my God, James Mitchell's getting attacked now. He was trying to give Slash a chair, and he was not taking that.
No. Storm has Skipper still. Oh, he got tossed into the wall. Oh, Harris is there too.
Okay, this has gone way too long.
Yeah, they're dragging this out too long.
Well, we still have probably about 10 minutes left of the show. That's Mike Sanders because he's got the little chief jacket on.
Mm-hmm.
He's got his hood on, though. Yeah, Mike TNA knows.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows.
He's attacking Jerry Lynn now. Okay. Oh, here we go. That was the sex locker room, but the door slammed behind him, and it looked like someone might have been being held down to the ground. I could be wrong and just seeing things, but...
Well, it looked like Skipper was in there. Oh, wait, is that him right there? That's Skipper.
That's Skipper. Apparently, Jorge Estrada, yep, he's in the ring now. The numbers game is too strong, even though at this point there might be more versus sex than there is of them out there, but whatever.
Well, there's Lynn, AMW,
Jorge.
And
I would count Brian Lee and Slash.
Oh, for sure. So that's 6.
And then you have Sanders, The both Harris brothers,
Key and Skipper.
Key and Skipper. So 5.
Sanders.
I said Sanders.
Russo.
He's not doing anything. I don't count that.
Yeah, so I guess you're right. It's 6 against 5.
And he's got more numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, look, they're still heading toward that locker room. Nope, door slam shut again. Oh, someone's coming out. Oh, maybe Glenn is coming out too?
No, probably.
Okay, this is okay. Really? Come on. Who's making their debut, Bob? No one made their debut this week, so who is it?
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe Bull Buchanan.
Yeah, I guess it could be. Kid Cash is out here now. Is
So
that
now it's
Desire?
7 against 5.
That's Desire right there, because that's clearly a woman.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Cash just kicked her. Is he not aware that it's Desire? What is he doing? He just kicked her in like the kidney.
And Jorge
God.
slamming her down.
What the fuck? Oh, Sanders with a kick from behind. Here comes Trinity.
She realizes who it is.
Yeah, she knows which one is Desire.
See, but this is like the crowd probably was excited for a minute, but now that you're killing them, they're sitting around like, okay, like what's happening?
Yeah, we get it.
Red's out here.
Yeah, Red, great.
Go, Red, go!
Oh shit.
Oh shit!
Harris is trying to throw Skipper over the railing on the balcony here.
Okay, that's dangerous.
Do it, kill him.
Oh, he got a sack tap by Low Ki.
Oh, Trinity sent to the floor. Bullet Bob.
Yeah, he's gonna do. Oh my god! Look at her slamming Trinity's head on the ground.
Yeah, nothing bad could happen there. Oh, that's got to be BG James then, right?
Oh, it definitely is. You can tell by the way he's moving his arms and stuff.
Yeah. Bullet Bob is beating up his own son.
He's doing pretty good for how old he is. I'll give him that.
So. Is he going to take the mask off and be like, BG, what the hell? I can't believe it's you. I never knew it.
He's got to, right? Look at, he's coming. He's going to take it off. Oh, I thought the way he grabbed his head. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there it is. He doesn't care.
No, he's going.
He's still beating him up. Fuck you. I hate you, son. You're my least favorite. Dad, what the hell?
They're not even like... Oh, Raven's just casually walking into the ring with the title.
Yep, not dressed up in Malika.
Thank God. Thank God they're letting Raven be Raven.
Why is he out here posing? What is the point of that? I love how Bullet Bob is beating the shit out of BG James right now. That's great. He doesn't even care.
No,
he does not care. I want a Bullet Bob BG James match right now. Oh shit. Okay, well there goes that.
They're dragging most of the NWA guys into
and like a referee too. It looked like.
Oh, what is that in the ring?
There's a rope.
It looked like a noose.
Yeah.
Okay, so Russo just told Raven to take out some trash, but now, yeah, Russo's directing traffic, as Tanae says. Everyone is heading toward the Sex locker room, as Raven is in the ring with the title and a rope. They're telling them they're locking everyone in the locker room. That's weird that they can lock it from the outside, but okay. Wait, there's not. Oh, there is a lock.
Yeah, they've been padlocked.
Oh. Okay. That's not as silly as I thought then. Oh, well, kind of it is, because then we could lock them in there, and then that would stop our problem, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but don't worry about that.
Yeah, it's wrestling. All right. So thank God, once again, like Bob said, Raven is not wearing militia gear, but Russo is. Russo looks like he's about to raid WCW on a golf cart. And...
Yeah, where's your NWA in traditional wrestling right now?
Who is it? Who's coming out? Colonel Sanders. Oh my God.
That's great.
That's hilarious.
Who could be a traditional guy that could debut here tonight?
Terry Funk.
Tatanka.
Dustin.
Oh, wait, no, not Dustin, because he's in WWE still. Is that Disco right there with the tight pants?
Yeah, that's Zbyszko.
Okay.
He's the only one who doesn't have like matching pants to his shirt.
Oh, right. That's right.
Glenn.
He's got very skinny legs.
Yeah. What's that? Oh, nothing. I heard a noise.
Steps. I think it was ring steps.
Yeah, it might have been. I got excited.
Yeah, it's the ring steps. Skipper is throwing a chair at it.
He's saying, hey, we want the world to know Jarrett's okay. We didn't hurt him. Because I love Jeff Jarrett. Tell him, Glenn. Well? Wait a second. He's saying you can take the mask off now. Mission accomplished.
Well, he's already taken the mask off,
though. Wait a second.
Wait, that's Gilberti right there.
he's wearing no pants and he's like got his undershirt on. This mask guy who we thought was Glenn is pointing. Oh,
it's Jeff Jarrett.
That's it?
That's how we go off the air. Well, here's one thing I've learned today. Jeff Jarrett has very skinny legs.
That's the funniest part.
When he's in pants.
Well, that's the funniest part of that because you were like, wow, Glenn's got skinny legs. And it was actually Jeff Jarrett. I was like, yeah, I guess he does, huh?
Yeah.
No, it was fucking Jeff Jarrett the whole time, apparently. Wow, okay. That last segment went about 15 minutes, and all it was a brawl around the ring.
Yeah.
That's a lot, man. That is a long time. Our runtime
that dragged out too long.
Yeah, our runtime for that show was 1 hour, 53 minutes, and 50 seconds. And I legitimately, the last 15 minutes were a brawl around the outside of the ring. Mm-hmm. Just to unmask Jeff Jarrett as like part of the militia, even though really he literally didn't come out as which makes sense, I guess, why Disco wasn't out there. Disco coming out in his underwear, like, wait, no, that's not me, was really funny. And like that part alone was like, okay, that's some good shit.
That kind of reminded me of that of the what was it? Oh, Uncensored 95 show when Arn Anderson comes out and he's like, wait, it's not me.
Yeah.
And it was Randy Savage, I think, instead.
Yes, yeah. No, it's okay. So this show, I don't know. Where are you for this show? Like, as far as I guess our normal scale here.
I'm gonna say that it's in the middle.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say it was horrible. In ring, the last two shows have been very disappointing. I hate the double pin in the main event because anytime a championship is held up, it's two things. One, it's a rematch the next week between the two people or two teams that it involves, or it's going to be a fucking tournament. Now,
like
here's the
thing. Yeah.
Right. If it's a tournament, that is absolutely ridiculous because there's been about 17 tournaments within the first 7 months.
Yeah, I mean, they certainly love their tournaments in this place, for sure.
It's just ridiculous.
But, like, it legitimately doesn't make sense. Unless, although they haven't talked about it in a long, long time. I mean, they mentioned a while back that, the titles can be lost if there is a disqualification or if there's a count out and stuff. Basically, like, you can still lose your title. So I could see that being like, maybe that's why they're like, hey, we got to hold the belts up because no one actually won the match. But that also takes away the point of, like, there must be a winner. There must be someone leaving as champion.
Right.
And also, if the champions didn't lose, why are they losing the belt? And also, I wasn't paying enough attention because I was worried about Elix Skipper dying. Who was actually the legal men in that match? How can everyone...
I lost track of that, yeah.
So who can... cover someone, they can both cover a different person. So someone was covering an illegal person. Right. So that was just kind of messy, and I don't think it was well done. I would have rather that it went to, like, if they really had to do this, like a time limit draw, or like, I don't know, a double DQ, or, you know, something that pin thing did not work.
I'm fine with a double pin if you then turn around and say it's a draw. And Triple X retain the titles, and you can just do a rematch the next week.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would have been smarter.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about literally every single sex wrestler, aside from Sonny Siaki, who retained the X Division title, lost this week. I think Gilberti probably should have beat Estrada. I'm fine with BG James losing to Tenacious Z because Scott Armstrong was involved and Tenacious Z was getting a really good crowd reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Sanders and Flair are both very low level guys. So that doesn't bother me that Killings won that. I mean, Desire and Trinity is really of no real substance or whatever. But Trinity winning that is probably ideal. I'm telling you, I think I'd be fine with Trinity beating Sonny Siaki for the X title.
Really?
I think I'd be on board with it, and that's not usually something that I would want to see or even support.
Well, I'm very surprised to hear you say that because of that. Now, I don't know. Like, I do think that she could legitimately be like a viable contender for the title. I don't see why not at all, actually, because she can work.
Yeah.
But would that kind of kill your X division?
No, because I think the way the X Division has been presented as this high-flying type of thing,
she would fit.
Yeah, she would fit. She would fit. It'd be. I mean, I wouldn't say, "Oh, Trinity's going to beat Jeff Jarrett."
Yeah, that's true.
Or Raven, or something like that. But well, I think. I mean, she's taller than Amazing Red.
Well, I was about to kind of bring that up. It's like, I could see like even her and Red having a match or something, and then Red beating her for the title, you know, which then kind of makes look Red like he couldn't beat Sonny Siaki, but that's a whole different point.
Right. Well, well, this is what I was going to say. This is what I think. This is what I would do. Okay. Let me put my fantasy Booker hat on for a minute. So I would have Trinity beat Siaki, right? And then she can be champion for a little while, like a month or two or something. Mm-hmm. And Kid Cash starts off being all supportive and whatever, and then he gets jealous. And then he beats her for the belt. And that's how you get it on Cash.
I think that's not a bad idea.
I don't know. I think I'm just enjoying Trinity more than I was really anticipating.
No, I think she's great. I think it's going really. I mean, it's really nice to see her get, you know, shine away enough to be like, wait, she's just that tag team's manager, Divine Storm, but she's doing really good. So we should probably put her with someone else, and then also keep her on TV. I mean, that says something,
right?
And I mean, I think she's continuing to prove it. Even in the match with Desire is not great, but Trinity was still being able to pull off some pretty cool stuff. And then take a beating from Sonny Siaki. But you know, I don't know. There was some good stuff on this show. I think I still think that the Amazing Red Sonny Siaki title match was pretty good. I don't think it was amazing, but I think it was a good X Division title match. And
I thought it was enjoyable. Yeah.
And I think the main event until the finish and the mess after, I thought was pretty good too. Those were definitely the best matches on the card, like looking at it.
Yeah, I enjoyed the brawling aspect of it. When it actually broke down to being an actual tag match, it was a little slow and.
Oh, that's how they work, though. You know, they get you with the fast brawling and then they slow it down real quick. But
sure.
But I guess I'm curious to see where we go. Raven literally came out at the end and did nothing.
I thought it was hilarious. He went out there and he posed.
He just came and posed and like left. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
That was just bizarre.
Raven should have stayed in the ring, and then even if he got side-shotted by Jarrett or something, I don't know, something was weird about that.
No, yeah, it was. That whole segment was just dragged on too long, and
which is a bummer, but they're good at doing that with these Sports Entertainment Extreme and Russo segments, so I'm not necessarily surprised.
Yeah. Anytime Russo can get, 10, 15 minutes of airtime, he's probably going to take it.
Yeah. Now, I guess looking into next week, we know absolutely nothing.
Right. Nothing was mentioned.
Nothing was mentioned, and I don't want to necessarily say what's going on because I took a little peek. I might have to stop doing this because next week looks pretty interesting.
Well, since you did it, I'm going to do it as well. And you're right. There's some intriguing things going on. There's one that's really catching my eye. That
I think I know which one that is. And there's one match in particular I'm really, really looking forward to. So I'm actually really excited about next week now. I'm ready.
Yeah, next week is definitely probably for the first time in 3 weeks. Next week's appears to be potentially some fun wrestling matches.
It's a shame that they advertised none of this. But
well, I wonder if they even knew any of it was going to happen.
That's a really great point as well. And who knows? We might not even. We'll find out once we get into the notes next week if stuff was announced or
right
what people kind of knew going into the show. Because if they didn't know anything, then it might be one of those shows where they kind of just tell you in the beginning of the show, which is fun if I didn't look at the card, but for someone who's buying the pay-per-view, not so fun because you're probably not going to buy it.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually looking forward to it. So this week was a little bit average, but hopefully next week's can improve even just slightly. But Dallas, do you have anything else for this week's episode?
I don't think so, man. We covered a lot in this show. A lot of stuff about the previous week, and this week had a lot to it. So I'm hoping we can kind of get some more progress on the storyline. I feel I'm worried that we might end up running into that Sports Entertainment Extreme is going to hit a wall really soon, and I think we really need to do something to either spice it up, or within the next month or so. I think we kind of need to wrap it up.
Already?
I feel like they're running out of shit to do.
Well, because they do so much in each show.
That's what I'm saying. I think either they need to do something different, they need to slow it down and tone it back just a little, or they need actually to have, I guess they have 2 out of 3 of the titles. Raven has the NWA title, but I think they either need to have total control of the company, even if they slap the logo over the TNA sign for a show or two. No, this is Sports Entertainment Extreme. This isn't, you didn't order an NWA-TNA pay-per-view.
Is that too much NWO, though?
Yes, but if we're kind of doing it, you might as well go all the way.
Yeah.
I don't know. He destroyed the sign at the end of 2002, and they are doing this takeover angle anyways, to the point where they're dressing up in militia outfit and, like, raiding the arena. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I just sort of think we need something like that to just really push us to be more interested in the storyline besides, like, I love you, Jeff Jarrett. I love you. So it's like we need something besides that, or it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah, I could see that. I hope that they do kind of tone it down just a little bit. That way that we can drag it out at least until the half year. Make it 6 months, blow it off, and then.
If we could blow this angle off at the year anniversary show in June, I think that is ideal situation.
100. That's got to be your goal. That's got to be your mindset.
But I'm worried. I mean, we're in February, and I'm worried. How are we going to get to June? I don't know. Time's going to tell. I think it just something needs to happen. I don't know if we need to swap members. Do we need to see battle lines being crossed of like, I don't know. Something's got to happen.
I'm sure we'll see everything possible.
And more.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to covering it and reacting to it with you, Dallas, and everybody that listens. Feel free to always share your thoughts and opinions, whether it be on the Twitter page or on Facebook. And we're pretty good with interacting on Twitter whenever somebody kind of comments, whether it be wrestlers or listeners from day one. But that's all for now. For Dallas Gridley, I am Bob Colling Jr., and this has been the TNA Cross the Line podcast.
The catacombs, I feel so